question to answer, but somebody did ask it, so I will let you answer it.
That's a tough one. This is a tough one. Let me think.
Morning, everybody. This is Dave Mead, Forward Media News. We have Boom on Spindle City Straight Talk Live. So
when you asked before, like why I want to run for mayor, the education system and the complete failure of our leadership and the good old boy system and the cover-up system and everything else that goes on in the education department. And that's no hit to our teachers, by the way. I promise you, the teachers want me in office over this man. So for me, yes, I want to be involved every step of the way. I would like to get to a point where the school committee could function without being under the iron fist of the mayor being there, right? I would love for that to be a thing where they're actually looking out for the children and doing the right thing for the parents, the children, and the actual system itself and how it's supposed to be. But I don't think that's anywhere close to what's going to happen right now. I do believe we're going to do that. I do believe we have a lot of talented people running for school committee, and thank God we're losing 2 of them. I'm hoping we can get rid of 2 or 3 more. That would be fantastic. But I don't care. I'm not afraid to say it. You had some corrupt ones. There's a few city councilors that I'd love to get rid of as well. But I do believe we need to go there focused on what needs to be done. And I don't care about executive sessions. Show the numbers. Show the truth of what's going on. Stop protecting the pedophiles. Stop protecting the corruption. Stop protecting the Malones and the good old boy system. Stop it. I don't care.
Boomers on Spindle City Straight Talk, Anna.
If you do something like that.
Oh, is that what you're doing? Or like, what is he doing?
You're getting fired.
Yeah.
It's going on record. We are going to protect
do you hear him?
child in line. We're not going to let you just go to another school system and go do it somewhere else because we're worried about people wanting to move here or spend money here. I don't care. I think people would rather spend money here and come here knowing that we don't take any bullshit and we step up and we hold people accountable more so than, that stuff doesn't happen here. It happens everywhere. The difference is we're going to control it. We're going to acknowledge it. We're going to make sure it doesn't happen again because we're going to set the example.
Something about the school.
So yes, I will absolutely be involved.
Oh yeah.
I will absolutely push for more transparency as opposed to executive sessions. If it's something that's going to protect the child, things like that. Yes, absolutely going to be understandable. We're going to an executive session because we can't just let anybody's information fly like that. We may need to do executive session until we have actual proof that it happened, not just an allegation, right? We can't just come out and just fire everybody because of an allegation. We need to have the proof. Once the proof is out there, I will 100% push to have it exposed. You're not going to do it anywhere else. We're not going to endanger another person because we want to cover it up. I don't care who your friends are, who you're related to, Auntie Fiola. I don't really care who it is. We will expose everybody. Your brother's on the school committee, your cousin's on the school committee. I don't care who it is. You're in the band with this guy that's on the school committee, so you're going to cover it up because you're the principal. Yes, Matt Damaris, I'm talking about you. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not afraid to call these people out. I don't care. They all cover it up. They are all responsible for the school system being exactly as poor as it is. Because we're not focused on education. We spend more time covering up sexual assaults and deviances and all the nonsense, the drug abuse, the security guards, the affairs, the inappropriate relationships with teachers and students. We're covering all that stuff up. And how the hell are you going to focus on education?
Oh my God, this is good.
I think what you just said and made it very clear.
The chicken.
With examples, though, you talked about something we're always talking about: accountability.
Yep.
That's real simple. I mean, we should.
They're talking about the sexual assault that happened at Derby High School.
I'm going to be held accountable. Everybody's going to come to the council to complain about me, right, and what I didn't do.
And we'll get to the next question here. It's from Nelson. State auditor, FRLP.
I
don't know if you can read that.
Yeah, I can see it. So the state audit report for the Four of a Line Pier was very devastating to learn about, not accurately keeping track. I mean, that was Mr. Fiola, right? She made it very clear that Ken Fiola was corrupt or incompetent. Either one shows that he is not fit for
Mia, just bring it in here.
Correct. Well, we know.
I'm on live listening to Boomer.
A great real estate attorney. He could be a great guy to come and sue me and try to take everything from me to try to shut me down. I'm sure he's going to do everything he can because his livelihood is about to be at stake again. That's not my problem. If you're so successful and you're so great at everything you do, and the mayor says you're the only one that's qualified to do this position, then you shouldn't have a problem finding another job. You shouldn't want to work for the city because the city seems to be holding you back. That's why you're doing all these private deals and not paying the city a dime. And the city's actually paying you to go do those private deals. So you know what, Ken? You're going to do great elsewhere because you're going to be able to do as much corruption as you want. And you don't have to worry about doing it for minimum dollars in the taxpayer's dime. I'm doing you a favor. You're welcome. That's how I look at it.
Well, I think that's a pretty clear answer to the people. They know where you stand on the issue, and that's what we like to do. Like to know where people stand on the issue. Now we've got Stevie. You can this one because
Coogan is probably the most pro-LGBTQ mayor in Fall River history. There was a drag time story hour where the mayor stood with them and Antifa. We offer the same support and encouragement for those groups as Coogan did. I assure you, the government has no place standing in for every group that comes through and every nonsense, okay? The mayor can take a knee with whoever he wants. The mayor can do whatever he wants. I'm not Paul Coogan. I'm here to run a city. I'm not here to play politics with, whatever's popular today or who likes me or who doesn't. I don't care. You want to go have a parade? Go have a parade. You want to go be yourself? Go be yourself. I'm not here to play part in it and make it a political event because none of that is a political event. That is your personal views and personal life, and do what you want to do. My daughter wants to go to gay pride. I bring my daughter to gay pride. I don't care, right? That has nothing to do. I don't expect, I showed up at gay pride with my daughter and the mayor wasn't there. It's not his job to be there. It's just not. So we need to start separating politics from all of the personal propaganda stuff and all the other stuff. We have to separate that again. One has nothing to do with the other. I'm not against it. I can care less. People can be whoever they want. I don't believe you need to force anything on any other person. That's all I believe.
There's a separation between these things, and the thing is, I think Paul Coogan showed the difference in your perspective, and I think my perspective has been made very clear. I don't care what anybody does on their own time, but the fact is that the mayor should not have been with when there were people that represented religious groups across the street praying, and he was with the LGBTQ plus people. He was picking a side. The mayor should be there to ensure that everybody had the right to peacefully express their opinion in his city, and that was the end of it. As you said, what you do in your private time is different. When you're standing there as the mayor, and you're sending a message that this is the city's position, not your personal position is your unless you make it perfectly clear. So when you stand with and I have no problem with if it's legal, they have a right to do it. That's what we have to understand. And so he had every right to go there and say, okay, I'm going to make sure that they have their peaceful exercise of their rights, and the people from the religious groups should not have picked a side. It showed a lack of not only leadership but character in my opinion.
Well, I agree. I don't care which side you're on. It doesn't matter to me. Do I think Antifa is anything special? No, I think Antifa is a bunch of terrorists and should be treated as such. However, they weren't being violent. They weren't doing anything wrong. You have a right to peaceful protest. You do what you got to do. When you violate the laws and you start attacking my police officers or you start attacking innocent people or whatever it may be, that's your problem. That becomes my problem. That becomes a taxpayer issue. The taxpayers are paying me at that point to be part of this. You're not paying to show up to pride parades or Portuguese Day or whatever. You're not paying me for that. I work 24/7 as the mayor. I have no problem with that. I'm going to show up to every event that I can because I want to support everybody. Is that feasible all the time? No. Is it feasible for him? Yes. He's 76 years old, no life, no kids, nothing to do. Sure, he can walk around and shake hands and give away all his donor money all he wants. The guy comes in. This business owner has 10 family members. Gives him $1,000 for each family member. Here's $10,000. Paul shows up. Here's $250 for your organization. $250 for you. $250 for you. Everybody loves him. Oh, he's such a great guy. He always donates. No, he didn't. The guy that owns that company that's about to get $20 million jobs all year round on your tax dollars that are about to go get raised, gave him that $10,000 so he could go get him $20 million. But you fell for it because he showed up with somebody else's money, paying you to keep him in office so they can keep getting the deals. It's a scam. It's all a scam. I have people who won't even donate because they're petrified to be on the list. Boomer, you have my vote. My whole family's voting for you. Thank you for doing this for us. We appreciate you, but I can't give you a check because, once I'm on that list, he's going to send the building inspector in. He's going to send the health inspector in. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. You should not be afraid of the people who govern you. We work for you. Why are you afraid? I have a guy who told me, put a sign up over here, do this. Oh wait, no, you can't put a sign there because he works. He works in this department for the city, and they're gonna fire him. What? You're gonna fire someone because he believes in somebody else's views? That is ridiculous. When I'm in office, if you support somebody who's not me, go for it. Wear the shirt. Bring it to work. I don't care. Tell me why. I'd love to know what I'm doing wrong. I'm not going to sit here and fire you because you don't support me as the mayor. You want somebody else. That's your that's your freedom. I spent half my life fighting for that. Like, what the heck are we doing here? So I don't worry about that stuff, But no, I mean, he can be the most LGBTQ mayor you think of. That's fine. My daughter's gay. So if you think he's more supportive than I am, by all means, let me know. I can care less, right? Me and her have had arguments about non-binaries and all this other stuff. We argue all the time. But do I not support my daughter because she has friends that think a certain way? No, that is their business. I just don't let it indoctrinate other children or make her be part of whatever it is. This is my belief. You can believe what you want, but this is mine. I'm not going to change for you, or I accept you for you, but I'm not changing because you believe a certain thing. It's the same thing on a large scale. It just is what it is.
Well, I think that's a pretty good perspective. Everybody obviously has their own perspectives, but as you said, people lose sight of a very, very important thing. When you're the mayor, you're here to be the mayor, not to be a politician.
Correct.
And as John Kennedy once said, when you retire from politics, he said you will be judged on whether you were a statesman or a politician. So statesmen work for the people, politicians work for themselves, and this is the key. The key is that the people of Fall River. It's been a long time since we had a mayor whose focus was the people, and regardless of what type of life they want to live, as you said, it's your job as the mayor. This is my opinion, obviously. It's your job to make that quality of that life as good as you possibly can. That's your job as the mayor. That's your job. Because
for everyone, not specific groups.
That's right.
For
it
everyone.
doesn't matter. And whatever political subgroup they fall into, a mayor should not be looking at the voting block it's bringing them. He should be looking at making the city good for everybody, and regardless. And that's the key. And we have seen, probably, unfortunately, and as you are, I'm not afraid to say things. I've been saying things in front of that council for far too many years, and a lot of people get really offended. But the fact is, I've always said that we have a city that ignores the people far too often. As a guy that fought in the union for 25 years against some of the corruption that we've had, but never to the degree. And I can say it, and I'm not saying this for hyperbole, because look, Coogan and I started off years ago when he was said that the school was going to be paid. We said no. We were supposed to be friends. We're no longer friends, I don't think. And I personally, he's shown character-wise, I don't want to be his friend. But the fact is that he is the most incompetent, but not only incompetent, he is the most mean-spirited mayor because he doesn't care about the people, and he's made it obvious.
Yeah, Paul Coogan's horrible.
When he says to people that, if you don't like it, move. If you don't like it, go jump in the Taunton River. These things are unacceptable from a person that was elected to make this city great for everyone. As it says in our preamble to the Constitution. We have to, we have to make life better for everyone. We the people, in order to form a more perfect unit, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility.
I'm eating too, Dave.
And here it comes to
Yeah.
promote the general welfare
Yeah.
of ourselves and our posterity, not just the people we like, not just the rich people, not
But just the people he likes are the only ones that are voting, and it's the people that need to get out, register today to vote, and go and vote. Because clearly, he doesn't have to care about you or the rest of the population because he knows you're not going to show up to vote. That's his mindset. He only has to work for those select people because those are the ones that keep him in power. Those are the ones he has to make sure the money funnels through to keep him in power so they can keep cycling your tax dollars. Those other 70% of the population that doesn't own property need to go vote too because you're the ones that are paying the higher rents and complaining about, the landlord. It's not the landlord. It's your government. The landlord is making money any way he can. The government's the one doing it. Like you have to look at the bigger picture, and obviously we don't educate kids to do that. We don't educate people to do that. We make them smart enough. What was it, George Carlin that said, we just want them smart enough to run the machines, right? Was that George Carlin, right? So that's it. We just want to give you just enough education to make sure you can run the machines and keep running the machines for the machine. That's all we do. Get out and vote. That's the biggest answer and FU that you could give to these people is get out and vote and show them that you are no longer sheep. You're no longer going to let this small majority of the population dictate how the city is run for the rest of you. Get out. You are the answer. We are the answer. That's all it takes. Nobody's doing that. I think Gene had a question about my service. Gene, I'm still in the military right now. I was taken off AGR after my aneurysm, and they basically utilized that to basically get me out of the way so somebody else could get promoted. But I'm still M-Day. I'm actually waiting on a medical discharge, and they're just taking their time because that's what they do in the National Guard here. Unfortunately, all the great things that we get in the National Guard, we do get toxic leaders as well. So unfortunately, I am still waiting, and I have been off active duty side, off the active Guard Reserve side, AGR, since March 6th. However, I had a brain aneurysm last September, and that started a whole slew of them trying to find ways to remove me. So they put in false statements on me running for the Republican Party, which is a volunteer position, by the way. I don't get paid in that state position. It is all voluntary. So they did that. When that wasn't enough, then they said that I was for like a 7-month period or something like that, or whatever it was, that I was inefficient at my job. Mind you, 10 days prior to that statement, and that's after they got the paperwork from my neurosurgeon saying that I'm not going to be able to perform military duties for an unknown amount of time. So once they got that, that's when they wrote that up, about those false allegations to get me out of the way before the new list came out and his friend couldn't get promoted. That's what my commander did. So this is what we deal with, okay? So if you really want to know the ins and outs of what I've been fighting and dealing with, that's what I've been dealing with. 10 days prior to that, I have my NCOER, which is my basically telling me how great I am, where that same commander is saying how I'm the best the command has ever had, and I've done everything, in which I have. I'm the only recruiter that's been in Directors 54 more than once, and I've done it 4 times. Team leader, the only time I was a team leader. The top specialty branch recruiter 2 years in a row for the 2 years that I was that. So there's not a single thing that I haven't done to the best of my abilities, and I'm going to do the same thing as a mayor. That I guarantee. So if you want to know the story, and then the O'Reagans want to send you information and try to get you to give me stuff, I'll give you the answers, buddy, and I have the paperwork to prove it if you'd like. So ask away. I'm not shy.
Well, let me say, I know we're getting close to the witching hour. I want to thank you for your candor, and we, I think you showed the people who you are as a human being too, and as a person. And we will obviously let them judge, but you hit a note that we say on this show every single day about getting out the vote. It's up to the people, and I think that it was refreshing to have you, not Coogan, stuttering and stammering and not being able to answer or saying that I don't know what I'm talking about. At least you showed that you showed who you are, you showed what your positions are. I think you were pretty clear. You answered the questions, in my opinion, and there were no prearranged questions on this. You came on here blind. You had no idea what was going to happen, and I commend you. We appreciate.
I expected much more. Trust me. So
so did I. But apparently, your answers were enough to basically kind of hold the questions to a minimum. I think that's a good sign. There were not a lot of things, and a lot of them, we didn't go off kilter about a whole bunch of minutia that really isn't appropriate. It's about whether you have the perspective and the wherewithal to be the mayor of the city of Fall River. And I appreciate the fact that you were candid, you were honest. Nothing was prearranged on the show. Everything was, we flew by the seat of our pants. And I wish you the best of luck in this election. And we can have you on again at some point in time if you'd like to be on. So,
listen, I've been on. I don't even know how many shows at this point. I got 3 more already invited to. I got a call today because apparently Mark Dion or something. Yeah, I'm not going on that one. That's the only one I'll say no to. That man has attacked me for no apparent reason whatsoever other than he's liberal and hates everything else. So aside from that, I won't go on any show that has to do with him. But, I mean, I don't back down. I've done 4-hour open seat shows where people can show up to the restaurant that we do it at. Anybody can come on the seat. Any citizen, anybody. Come on over, ask your questions, talk to me, yell at me, say what you're going to say, whatever you want to do. I do it live on Facebook, so you can do it on Facebook, you can do it on YouTube, you can do whatever you want. I'm applying to be the mayor for the people. The people have a right to ask their questions. Do I have all the answers? I highly doubt it. Have I been fortunate so far to have all the answers? I think so, because I think everybody just has the same bullshit general issues. It's so common sense that it's not that hard to fix, but they're just so used to not having to fix it, and they can keep stealing as much as they want. That's really it. It's not difficult for the problems that we're having. Is it going to be difficult when it comes to the union negotiations and those things? Sure, absolutely. But that's what we have attorneys for, right? That's what we have people like you for, right? Hey, what does this mean? What are we doing with this? What are they trying to fly by here? Those kind of things. At the end of the day, Chip, I look at if I were voting for mayor and my options were anybody but Coogan, like everybody said, I'm going with it. I'll tell you right now, I would have voted for Mike Vandell before I voted for this man. I really would have.
You're in the same camp.
Because you know what? He would have had the people around him to keep him in check and just put him in a room like they did with Biden, right? Just stick him in his room and we'll just sign everything for you. We'll take care of it. But he probably would have did a better job than Coogan, because Coogan is not running the city. Paul is not running the city. Paul is a face. He's a face that goes out to the public every day. He leaves. That's why you can't reach him after 2:30, 3 o'clock on a Thursday and a Friday when you're trying to get the stories. There's a reason he looks like he just woke up and was on a bender for freaking 4 hours before he shows up to a fire that unfortunately takes 10 lives. And now all of a sudden he can find money. Those are the Paul. Those are the Paul events that we see, that we know are reality. They're just praying that no tragedy really happens. There were gunshots again today, and there's other people saying it on Flanagan's Post too, and I heard them. And I was at Tansy dropping my kids off at 8:45-ish, and there were multiple gunshots at that time too. I haven't heard anything on it yet, but I'm not the only one who heard it. And I know what gunshots are.
It's a block away from my house.
Yeah, so I was at Tansy, and I heard them. It sounded like they were coming from the Durfee way, right, from way up that way. And I'm like, that's not the gun range. That's too far off. You're not hearing that over there. I hear the gun range every day from where I live, but over there, I've never heard it. So I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But that was a lot of shots. I want to say it was about 6 or 7 of them. So
I think this was on Eastern Avenue. It was 5 shots.
Well, that was at 5 a.m. though. That's a different incident.
Yeah. Okay.
They're saying that was at 5 a.m.
Then again, remember, Paul said, "Don't worry about it. As long as they're not hitting anything, we don't have to worry. But that was Coogan's response to Josh. So, he's gone again. So, if you get back, say
We're on
goodbye.
time anyhow.
Yeah.
I want to thank you all for watching, and remember, stay safe, stay angry, and hold your politicians accountable. Thank you, Gabe, for being here on the show. And remember, get out and vote. It's important. Guess we lost him again. Once again, stay safe, stay angry, and hold your politicians accountable. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Remember, it's going to get rainy out there.
Well, Annalisa.
Later.
Boomer did amazing.
Yeah, well, Boomer did. Yeah, well, he did it. Boomer did amazing. Yeah, so Boomer did amazing on that show.
5 stars.
You know that, right?
He always does to me.
Yeah, he did amazing, though.
He does well with when he comes on yours. I said it before. He's forthright. I don't know. I don't find any. I find him sincere. I find him honest. I mean, I don't know what people want. I mean, I don't know what people want in a person to run a city.
Yeah.
Why would you want somebody like Coogan who is corrupt and only doing it for his friends and families to make money, and he could care less about everybody else? So,
Yeah.
I mean, Boomer does not sound like that to me.
No, he doesn't.
No.
He sounds like he's straight up. Okay.
Yeah.
He says it like it is.
That's not the question we're gonna ask
You know,
Right.
he said that he said it like it is. So I mean, Boomer is straight up with words. Okay. He doesn't. As a candidate for the mayoral candidate for the mayor of the city of Fall River, Boomer doesn't. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. Okay. If you want to ask him something, ask him. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna scream at him and yell at him, he just said it. You know what I'm saying? But he's straight up with things, and this is the kind of mayor that we want. Okay, this is the kind of mayor that we want. But now, Ken Fiola, he's gonna have to go some elsewhere because he's wasting taxpayers' dollars. Okay, Ken Fiola. Okay. His wife is the state representative, okay, and it's hard for his wife to pass things because remember how we've been talking about it where that you can pass this but don't pass this, okay, you can do this but don't do that, you know what I'm saying? So it makes it very hard for her to pass things because she is married to him.
Well, yeah, but you know what? She shouldn't be there because that's not what she's there for. She's there to represent her constituents, not her husband and herself, to get themselves rich. And that's the problem with the politicians in Massachusetts and everywhere else, for the most part. Not everybody is, but that's an issue. It's an issue.
It is,
and it's a big issue, and it's a big issue.
And it's and it has been for a very long time, since the Jazel administration, when Jazel got rid of Ken Fiola, you know what I'm saying? And when Jazel got rid of Ken Fiola, Jazel saved a lot of money for the city when he got rid of Ken. Okay. And the only reason why Ken Fiola came back, is because of Mayor Paul Coogan. And
well, they're all corrupt. That's why.
That's where all the money's going because Mayor Paul Coogan is paying Ken Fiola money. Okay. So and he's paying them money, to buy this building, buy that building, buy this building. Okay, if I buy this, I make money on this. Well, Mayor Paul Coogan's going to get half of this. Okay, so why should you pay an investor to do the job that the mayor was hired for? Okay, the mayor could do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And as mayor, you can invest too in a lot of things too. You don't need an investor to go out there and do that for you.
Well, no, it's because give me your votes. Do what you tell me to do. I'll do what you want me to do. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That's basically what it is.
Yes, it is. And I've said that too many times too. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. If I make 150 million on this property, I'll give you I'll double that, and I'll double that for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I'm very intelligent when it comes to investing. You know what I'm saying? I'm very intelligent with that. So if you get a property that's worth 165,000, right? And okay, so it needs this, this needs to be fixed up, that needs to be fixed up. So now they're gonna say, well, instead of me giving you 106, instead of the property worth 165,000, right? Well, I'm only gonna give you 100,000, okay, for the property. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna flip that, okay? They're gonna fix it, okay? Mayor and they're gonna, and then Mayor Paul Coogan's gonna get half of that money. You know what I'm saying? And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna fix it up, okay? Make it look pretty, make it look nice, like they did to all the mills. And they're gonna sell it for a little bit. They're gonna sell it for a little bit more to a real estate. And now the real estate is gonna kick back money to the mayor too, as well. So, I mean,
yeah, that's all. I think that's just all illegal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think it's all corrupt. It's all corrupt, and and now it's time to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? So we have to clean up all this corruption, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And get the city back on track. So that's why we're asking people to get out there on November 4th, vote for Boomer Amro for mayor of the city of Fall River. Okay, and you heard him on my show. You heard him on Spindle City Straight Talk. You heard him on every other show. He's the guy. This is the guy. This is the guy that we need to be our next mayor of the city of Fall River. This is the guy.
Yeah, you gotta give him a shot for sure.
Yeah, give him a shot, man. Give him a shot. What is it going to take? Okay, are you going to lose anything if you gave him a shot? No. Okay, you're not going to lose anything. You got to give him a shot of being mayor of the city of Fall River. I mean, that's just it. I mean, it's I like
if people want to change, they gotta go out and vote. That's it. That's all. Sure. Or else you're gonna get the same thing, and it's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be horrible.
Yeah, I'm here. Let me see here. Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes you have to. You gotta get the same thing. So I mean, you have to get out there and you gotta get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get him back on. So he just got off the CJ Boom. I'm trying to get him on. So I don't know what he's. So I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he may get one or two, like you said, you know what I'm saying? But is that good? Is that good enough? Sure, it would be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at President Trump. Okay, look what President Trump did. You know what I'm saying? Look what he said. I mean, so with all that other stuff that you've been that you were talking about, I guess this morning. I guess I was at work when I was. Actually, I think Boom is on. Yeah, well, the reason why I invited you on is because I want to because um I was actually watching Spindle City Straight Talk,
Okay.
and I like what you said. I like what you said, definitely. You know what I'm saying, and you said that well.
Which part?
Uh, well, I guess they were talking about the guys were talking about something about I'm trying to remember now. I was listening to it. Matter of fact, I had it on my phone and I was actually recording it. So and
Yeah, I think it wasn't a bad show, and it was, again, it was cordial. Like, we've had our differences, myself and the host and the show and whatever, and but they have an audience, and they're also taxpayers, and they have a right to hear me out as well. So I had to suck that up and keep the personal stuff out of it, and do what needs to be done, and that's what you have to do as mayor. That's what you have to do as a person. If you want to, you got to respect people regardless. Not everybody's going to like you. But I think it was a lot of um I think with them it was more a lot of misunderstandings, because it didn't, like, where they were getting their information, what information, things like that. I think it was a lot of misunderstandings piled up, and not being on the show and not being able to address it myself and have a conversation. And I think that's where all three of us, myself, CJ, and Chip, were kind of not on the same page. But I think after today, I think we're going to be okay. I'm not saying they're gonna like me or whatever. That's fine. I can't make people like me, but I think we'll be able to have cordial conversations. We'll be able to work together and get along, and be able to address issues, respectfully. So I think that's the positive that came out of that for sure.
yeah,
Um,
I mean that
we got
was
to address
pretty.
some questions out of their listeners and stuff. So I think it was well worth it. It was a good show. I think it was informative, and yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Who knows? Maybe on Monday they bash me and vote for Coogan. I don't know, but I don't think so. I do believe it went well.
Well, Chip said that it's Chip said that he was actually surprised that it went well. He was like I mean he didn't you didn't know what was going on when you went on the show, right? You didn't know,
No, I,
right?
I never I never know I never know any questioning when I go on anything, which is why I like to do these live. Listen, you just sent me an email. I just saw it come up as I was on my phone. Sure, I'll see what you want, right? Like, I have no
Yeah.
idea what anybody's gonna ask me at any time. I'm not Paul. I don't go out there like, oh, I'll only go on the show if I get these people on here to host it so they can give me the answers and the test questions and everything. I don't do that. Like, I speak
Yeah.
for myself. I speak for who I am. I speak for what I know. If that's not good enough for you, then listen, this is my best. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I want to say that when somebody's when I don't know who said it, but when somebody spoke about Ken Fiola, Ken Fiola, I agree. Ken Fiola should step aside and step and don't even uh, um,
Listen, if he was out there making money for the city only and doing it specifically for the city and not making all these personal gains while supposedly working for the city, but you have nothing to show for the city, nothing you brought into the city, nothing you're doing positive for the city, zero money is coming in from you for the city, but yet you're making money on the city. But then everything you do and do make outside in the city is never for the city. So the only one making any money is him.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they say for
I'm
Richard.
sorry. There's a conflict of interest between you and your wife. There's a conflict of interest in so many things that you're dealing with, and we never benefit. So
No,
if you're
no,
going out
you're
and
right.
doing better on your own, then you know what? Here you go. I'm going to take something off your plate. You no longer have to worry about representing the city. We're going to make sure we have a board that actually works for the city, people that actually understand it and actually want to improve the city and bring business and jobs into the city, because that's what your job, right? That's what your job is, to redevelop the city.
Yep.
If this is your redevelopment plan, what are you trying to redevelop? Detroit? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say that they buy things and they flip it. They try to make more money off of it, whether if it's a mill or
Listen,
a
I'm all for
business.
that. I'm all for that. But
Yeah.
where is the city and the taxpayer benefiting from any of this? We're
We're
not.
not benefiting.
It's
We're
the
not.
same people benefiting. It's not us.
No,
And that's
I,
not okay.
I
My
don't
kids
see
aren't
any.
benefiting. Your kids aren't benefiting. We're not
No,
benefiting. My taxes aren't going down. Nothing's changing. I
no.
keep paying more. You keep making more. It doesn't make sense. The math is not mathing.
There's no money. Where's the money? Where's the money? I don't see any money around. Where's the money? The money that you're if we're benefiting off this stuff, where is the money? Okay.
We're not.
Why
We're
ain't
not
the
benefiting.
road why ain't the roads being fixed? Why ain't
They are just not in your neighborhood.
yeah, and it's only in his neighborhood and around the city hall. That's where it's all being fixed. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I still have roads over here. Okay, when I rode my e-bike, okay, I have to avoid them. Okay, because they're potholes. There's still holes right there. They haven't been. It's been months. It's been years before they even wanted to fix them.
yeah, of course.
It has been, yeah. Yeah, and I like that. And plus,
Give
too, I
me
like
1
that.
second.
All right.
Wow, I can't believe that he's coming on here too.
Yes, he is. He has no problem with it.
Obviously not.
Yeah, he has no problem coming on again. He has no problem. He's not. He
Have fun,
and I
okay?
mean,
I
and
love you. Be good.
yeah,
Sorry, my
he
son's
does, man.
waving
It's
for me.
okay. Well, Boomer doesn't. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. Okay, he'll come out, tell you, say it like it is. Hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And
Listen.
this is and this is a guy that I like. You know what I'm saying? To be the mayor of the city of Fall River, to be our mayor, the people's mayor of the city of Fall River. Okay, because
Don't
he
mind me.
comes
I'm
out.
walking around cleaning a little bit.
No, that's all right. So he just comes around and he says it like it is. And it is what it is. And this is what we like right here. And, if he says, well, hey, well, if there's money missing, where's the money? Okay. Where is the money? Okay. And if he doesn't have if they don't have the answer, and then you know what? Then okay, well, if you don't want to tell me where the money is, well, then I have to find the money myself. But if you did take the money, then you're probably going to lose your job. I mean, there's a
Well,
lot
I
of
mean,
different-
as you should, right? If you do
Yeah.
that in any other job, you'd be in prison and fired
right.
and sued and everything else, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're dealing with, it's not like it's products, right? Like you could just, Walgreens was getting robbed. Yeah, they can go through insurance, write it off, things like that. Insurance goes up, costs go up, they raise prices. You can't do that. This is taxpayer money. There's no product. We are the product. So you just can't keep taking and taking and taking and thinking like we're not going to catch on eventually. That's what you're hoping for. They're so used to people backing down and no viable people, no good people want to run against them. It's just the same good old boy stuff. They're used to that because everybody's petrified to go through what I'm going through, and I get it. But at that point, I made it clear that this is what's going to happen. I told my kids ahead of time, this is what's coming. There's nothing I can do about it. Just understand it's going to get worse. It's good before it gets better. It's going to get worse. And you guys have to be able to handle that. Don't argue in school. Don't argue with friends. Don't listen to their moms and dads and whatever else. And who cares? You have to just brush it off and be like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. And that's it. And my
That's right,
kids are all good with that. I raised my kids to be tough kids. So
Hey, and that's how it should be. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was in school, my mom always raised us to be tough kids. Don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? If somebody says something to you, then then you'll let them know where you stand. But other than that, you go to school, you do your homework, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I was back in the I'm a 60s baby, okay? And and I'll tell you, oh man, I know a lot. I learned a lot when I was in school. When I went to Durfee, I learned a lot. And yeah, like I said, I got bullied in school. I got picked on. I had to fight back. You know what I'm saying? I've told you that a couple of times.
Of course.
I'm the opposite. I would fight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did every day.
Let's be. Hey,
I
look
fought
at.
a lot.
Hey, look at. You know something? I've had people put signs on my back saying "kick me" and everything else. And I'd be wondering, gee, why am I getting kicked for? You know what I'm saying? Then I go past a mirror and I'd be like, all right, this is why I'm getting kicked. I have a sign on my back, kick me. And then when the other person comes up to me and wants to kick me again, you know what I do? I would say, hey,
Sorry,
you like
Dave,
kicking?
that's
Not
funny.
too much. It is. It's hilarious. But you know something? And then when the other person comes up to me and he says to me and says, "Hey Dave, you gotta can I kick you?" And I would say, "Hey, you know something? Can I kick you down the stairs?" All right. Well, close this door. Close the door, please. I am doing something here right now. Close the door. Hold on. Hey, listen, I'm closing. Hey, go talk to my wife. That's my cousin downstairs. I told her, go talk to my wife.
Right? It was only that easy. Unfortunately, it's just me.
Yeah. So
How
it
about
is.
the lawsuit in the paper? The truck with the flag, 25,000. My sign said a-hole.
Hey,
What is it?
He's funny.
this guy's funny, but David Souza, he's funny. He says my sign said a-hole. He's laughing.
That's
He's a
good.
good guy. I like Dave.
Dave Souza, man. I've
Literally,
known Dave Souza ever since I was a kid growing up. Believe it or not.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
He's a good guy. He does a lot.
Yes, he does. And I was listening to that video that the new district attorney that's running for Bristol County against Quinn. I was listening to that, really. And I like everything he said. I just love to get that guy on my show. You know what I'm saying? And and have a conversation with him. I really do.
No, Seth Aiken's a good guy. I'm glad he came out with the real story of everything. I'm glad that he stepped up to call out the the poor leadership and the corruption that's going on, and and it validates everything that we already know, right? So it validates everything that we already knew and we already said, which is good, which is what we wanted.
Yeah.
So that validation is fantastic. Because talking about how they're not investigating certain people because of who they are or who they're related to, certain departments or whatever it may be. So all that stuff that we've been saying that everybody just says is rhetoric, and Paul comes out and says, "Oh, that's just not true." Well, here we are.
Yeah.
The man who worked for you for 3 years, for 3 years, is telling us, yes, it is. That's from City Hall. That is from you know what I mean? Like, your administrator just told us that everything we said is 100% true. So please, by all means, let me know where the lie is.
There's no lie there.
Correct.
No, because there's no lie there because I listened. I was watching the whole entire video, And I was like, wow, this guy is really right out there. You see, I mean, the truth is really coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And which is
Yep.
good. You know what I'm saying? I like it when the truth comes out.
And that was a conversation that I had with him. Like, listen, like you're running for DA. I want to support you, and I'm all in. But you have to understand that requires I can't back someone who's not, not telling the truth and not being legit. And he's like, okay. He's like, I'll rectify that. And I'll tell you what. He showed me he's a man of his word, and he did.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I want. I want somebody that's going to be a man of his word, and if they want me to hold signs with them, or if they want me to back them up, and so I mean, he'll be back. Well, I mean, he is. He'll be back on.
Oh,
And-
and he left.
Yeah. No, but it's. Oh. Yeah, that's all right.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
all right.
So my kids call. You put it on Do Not Disturb. They call.
Yeah. Yeah. See, they did it again.
It's awful.
Yeah. Yeah, you put it on no disturb mode, and they still call.
I just fed Rocky and Vino. Feed Chaos and Gunna, please. Daddy can clean this stuff.
That's right. Got to help out your dad.
Yeah, right.
I told my kids that. I told my son Jacob that all the time. You're gonna wash dishes. You're gonna do it now. Oh,
It'll take 75 more comments and conversations to make sure something gets done. Trust me. It sounds good when I say it, but trust me, they're not.
Yeah, Scott and Dolly. Well, problem is his set ankles and his was complex until unemployed. What is this?
I don't know.
Scott Allen Dolly. Yeah, and Elisa, what is that?
My problem with Seth Aiken is he was complicit until unemployed. Who's Seth Aiken?
I don't. Well, he's the one who went on the show today. He was the city administrator for Coogan. So I get what they're saying. I don't know that it's a complicit thing. I think it's a you're not the boss thing, right? My commander says something. I disagree with it. As long as it's not a moral thing, like obviously I'll be like screw you because moral orders you have to follow. You don't have to follow, right? It comes down to you may not agree with it or how it's done or what needs to be done, but the orders are the orders. So I understand where they're coming from on some of that, and I think he owned some of that, which is fine. I think he did own it. However, I do believe that him rectifying it and him speaking on it and being the only person to ever come out of City Hall to actually speak on the truth says a lot. He took a big chance. I think he took a big chance coming
Yes,
out and speaking against these people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I got people that won't even donate to me. People won't even donate because they're petrified of these people. This man just came out and said the truth against these people.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? He's he's definitely willing to stand up, and for that I respect it.
Yeah, and people should start donating to you. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, unfortunately, like I get it. People, not everybody wants to stand up to it, right? Some
No.
people are just gonna be afraid their whole lives, or some people are, too worried about their personal loss and so on. Just
Yeah.
for whatever reason, right? They got families and people too, right? Can't hold it against them.
No.
However, if they all got behind me and did what needed to be done right away, there's no way this man wins. There's no way.
Well,
I think it was Flanagan that went on a show, and I forget what it was. He was on something and talking. Maybe it was Bobby Kudo or For a Report. I don't remember. And I think it was Bobby Kudo's show, which is a great show, by the way. I think he went on there and talked about how being able to raise so much money would be a phenomenon or something, right? And here we are, about to be hitting by the end of next week $25,000 in a month. You know, that's unheard of, especially for somebody who's not an incumbent and somebody who's dealing with all these people who can't donate, right?
Yeah.
You?
So, yeah, yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. We're close to about 20 at the moment. I think if we do well with the tickets, for next week, which I sold 60 tickets today alone. And
Oh
one,
my God.
yeah, that one FRC interview and sold about 60. It sold exactly exactly 60 tickets today alone.
Oh my.
Already had about 30 sold, plus a few friends and family are already selling tickets. So I think we're well on our way to our goal. Our goal was 200, and I think we can do it. I think the people um, can start realizing, like, okay, he's viable, he's real, he's not backing down. Let's do it. I think that's where we're kind of at.
Oh,
So
oh,
Yeah.
this is shaping
This
up
is
to-
good.
we'll see. But and Will said, like everybody said, WSAR was like, oh well, the machine has $50,000, and Amaril's only put in 5,000 of his own money. He's not going to raise the money in time, and why they think I need $1 million to beat someone who's corrupt is beyond me. Like, I understand that that money does matter in this because, again, signs are expensive, commercials, these things are all expensive, right? My outreach, I'm going to be able to accomplish more with 25,000, half of the money, and I'm going to do the same thing with this budget, right? Half of the money it requires him to even think of running a campaign, I'm going to do more with half, because all he's going to try to do is target and give money away, right? That's all they're used to doing, right? Here, go write checks to everybody. Go write checks to everybody. Go donate to all these nonprofits and all these organizations, and get all the parents to think you're a nice guy. Go pay them $250 and give us the jobs later. That's what he's doing. I'm not doing that. I'm not out to buy anybody. I'm not out to pay anybody. And all the money that we raised is from working class, homegrown Fall River people who just believe that we need change and that he's not the answer. He's got all the millionaires. Why do you think he has all the millionaires?
The only
Why do you
thing,
think all these business owners that get all the city work all the time with no transparency, no bidding, no nothing, why do you think they're donating to him?
because they get all the work and the money.
Because they'll get all the kickbacks and all the money, and they'll get to charge whatever the hell they want to the taxpayer, and there's nobody has to say how much it costs. Nobody has to tell us anything. There's no bidding process. There's no competition because they donated. They get it. They get what they paid for. He is for sale. He made the city for sale. I don't have those people. I don't have those people. And you know what?
yeah.
I'd rather raise these $40 tickets, and if I sell, $200 or $340 tickets, I'd rather do that than have one millionaire come in my office and say, "Hey, I did this for you. Now you need to give me this."
Right.
No.
So I'm good with that.
So, what are you gonna do after when you become mayor and of the city of Fall River? What are you gonna do after Ken Fiola's gone? How are you gonna?
Ken Fiola's not going to be gone. He's going to find another way to try to come after me. Trust me.
Yeah.
Ken Fiola's never going to be gone. I just have to survive 2 years and fix the city in the meantime. I don't
But,
expect Ken Fiola to just give up. Trust me. There's
Hey,
too much
look
money.
at-
There's too much money at stake for them. That waterfront, there's too much. There's too much at stake for them to get it.
You know
Right?
something? The only way to get rid of him is not tell him, say, look, I don't want to do business with you no more. Because
That's it. Listen, I have nothing personal against the guy. I don't know the guy from a hole in the wall. I
I
just
do.
know what he doesn't do for the city. I just know what he doesn't do for the city.
Yeah.
The proof is in the pudding, and there's no pudding. So there's no proof. Like, the man doesn't do anything for the city.
That's true. Yep, he doesn't. I mean, I'm not eating the pudding because there's no pudding to eat.
Correct. So, I mean, like, what are we really doing here, Ken? Like, what are we actually doing?
We just want to restore Fall River. Let's restore
That's it.
Fall River.
I want my city back, and I want it long. I want all the corruption done. Give us a break. You know what? If people want to vote you in 2 years after we fix it a little bit, hey, you know what? Go vote somebody else back in then, and that's on you guys. However, while I'm here, the corruption is going to stop. And
You're
if you think you're
corrupting
going to do it behind my back and get away with it, you're not, because I'm going to have everyone looking for it. I'm going to have my CFO looking for it. I'm going to have the auditing done to find it.
Yeah.
And you're going to see the difference in 2 years of budget. Like, wait a minute, how come the budget didn't have to move? How come we have all this excess money that we can spend? That's my goal. That's what I want to happen. You know
Yeah.
why? Because they're petrified of what's going to come, because they're going to be criminally charged when they steal a dime.
Good.
There's no
And
amount
that's
of
what I
money
want.
that I'm going to let you steal. I'm not going to let it happen. And and when you put those people on blast and you hold them accountable, all it takes is one to set the example. One example, and I'm going to prosecute it to the fullest extent. You're going to be embarrassed. You're going to be, hey, if it takes making you the next, whatever. I'm not going to say his name because I don't have anything personal against the guy. It is what it is. But the bottom line is he was used. He was used, and he was the scapegoat for those in charge who they were funneling the money through. And now they're doing it again. We know it. The audits are coming. They're going to find it. And when they find it, and the IG's coming, and if that doesn't work, I'll do a private company. One way or another, it's coming. We're going to find it. And when we do, I promise you, you're going to be held accountable.
We gotta find that. We gotta find, what is it? 2 point. Well, how much money we're looking for right now? Come on, I need to know.
How much
That's
money
my
are we looking for?
My
I'm looking for
money.
hundreds. I'm looking for hundreds of millions of dollars. What do you mean? What are we looking for?
Wow, that's hundreds of $1 million of my tax money and yours.
Yeah, no,
and everybody else's.
I don't believe they're getting away with that. But I do believe there's a few $1 million every year that just seems to disappear. Just seems to go away and miraculously disappear.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be all right. I'm not overly concerned about it.
Well, no, I know. That's why I said, look, that's why I want you to be the mayor of the city of Fall River. So, because I know once you are mayor of the city of Fall River, I know where my money's going to go. I know how my money's going to be well spent because you're going to make sure that.
Well, you're gonna know how it's spent because they're gonna have to justify everything. I want receipts for everything. No receipt? Well, no raise for you. And eventually no job for you. I want receipts for everything. Don't tell me we don't have receipts. You're going to tell me the city doesn't keep track of where every dime goes? And if it doesn't, you are part of the problem. So here we are. We're going to figure that part out.
David Sousa's funny. He goes,
What
he said, Boomer Emerald is making me move back to Fall River. They're making him move back to Fall River. Come back to Fall
See
River,
that?
David.
Now come buy a house, pay taxes in the city. See that? I'm already bringing money to the city. Problem solved. Don't worry. I promise I'm not just gonna go there and try to find ways to give you all the red tape and rob you. I promise. That's not my goal for sure.
Scott Allen Donnelly said, "Want the city back?" ? Back to what? Been corrupt for decades. Well, no corruption or hardly any.
Yeah.
I want it back from those who exploit it. I want it back from those who abuse it, who take it like their own piggy bank. If you go and watch the Spindle City show that we just did a half hour ago, if you go and watch that show, they'll they say it, right? Newton, they can't go and rob from Newton, right? So they bring all the money there. They do everything right by the book there because their auditing is done correctly. Their budgeting is so precise that any taxpayer can go in at any time and ask and see it, and it's correct. We don't have that. We got a sixth floor who doesn't even apply to the laws with FOIA requests. They don't even give up their phones and FOIA requests. These people are straight criminals. They don't care. They'll take any information and make sure you never get any of it. That's the difference, right? But when you start running that way, I guarantee you're going to see a very different city. You're going to see a very different budget. Like I said, it's going to be, I don't want to raise taxes, obviously. I don't want to do that. But when it comes to public safety and whatever contracts and stuff like that, I might have to, and that's fine. I've said that I'm not going to let public safety fall by the wayside anymore. The fire department's not going to be used as scapegoats anymore. They're not going to be, abandoned and used. And we got to cut costs. We're going to just cut the fire department. We're not doing that anymore. That's not okay.
Yeah.
They get treated like the redheaded stepchildren. Like, what are we doing?
The
here?
redheaded
Like,
stepchild.
these people put their lives on the line for you
Yeah.
every day.
It's the redheaded
Or at least they're
stepchild.
willing to. You know, they might not have cases where they are, but they're willing to. Meanwhile, we got the people trying to fire them and get rid of them, that have never put their lives on the line for anything except maybe a latte, going through midday traffic.
You know, I remember Mayor Paul Coogan.
Do you? I don't remember him ever being mayor. That's weird.
Yeah. No, I remember him when he was at the Gabriel Firehouse. Okay, and when Governor Moore Healy was there. But I overheard Coogan
You mean
say,
damage control when damage control showed up?
yeah, and I overheard Coogan say, well, if you talk about schools to me, I can answer that. But if you talk about me staffing fire departments, I don't know anything about that. So why is he?
Yeah, he's just a vice principal.
Yeah, he's just the vice principal. So why
I know.
is he there as the mayor of Fall River when he doesn't know how to staff a fire department? Okay, and he's just the principal.
Well, why do you think he called in his bosses and the people that are making sure he stays in line?
Yeah.
He had to call in the damage control to make sure they can handle it because he can't handle that. That's way too big a press for him.
Yeah.
And once that press happened, that's exactly what it was, right? The press came and he got caught with his pants down once again. Just like he's the only Democrat, just like our education system is failing because of, the population is no longer white people. Like, what? Who says that? Are you telling me that my black African-American children are the reason your education system is failing? What the hell did you just say? What did you just say?
Hey, look, hey, look at this. I got blamed for being racist and everything. And
He is the racist. He's the racist.
Yeah. And I
Like,
got
there's
black
no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The man is racist. He's proven it
Of course.
time and time again.
He
He
is
doesn't
racist.
let certain people rent out the parks and do certain things in certain areas because he worked too hard in that area and that's his park. And what kind of people they bring? What other black people?
Yeah.
Other Mexican people? Other Puerto Rican people? Like what kind of people are we talking about here?
Yeah.
This man has continuously made comments about minorities, and he still thinks it's like 1950s where you can do that. You can't. You can't.
go around being racist like that. You know what I'm saying?
But he does, and he shows his true colors every step of the way. He does because he's still caught up in that timeline. He's never had to answer for any of it, right? He's always gotten away with it because, well, he was the white guy. Well, guess what, Mr. White Guy? That's not how it works today anymore.
Nope. I mean, hey, you can't be racist to anybody. I have black grandchildren. I have an African American I have a mulatto step granddaughter. When people come on a live stream and say to me, "You're racist and you're fascist," well, you got me all wrong.
Just laugh at him.
I laugh at them, and I think it's funny. You know what I'm saying? But
Yep, that's what I do. I just laugh at him.
Hey, look at this, Boomer. When I was out in Fairhaven and holding signs for the Trump campaign, and
Yep.
I mean, I've been called racist. I've been called everything in the book.
Of course.
Like, something, I just stand back, I laugh at them, and and just keep doing what I'm doing. That's about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's all you can do. That's all you can do, buddy.
Yeah.
Can't get anywhere. Responding is what they want. They want the reaction. They have no other real insight to anything, and that's what you get, right? They have no real issues, nothing to really fight on, which is why they shoot people like Charlie Kirk instead of debate them, because they know they can't.
Yeah.
They can't, right? They have nothing to offer intellectually. They have nothing to offer spiritually. Nothing. People just love to blame everyone else for their problems.
They assassinated Charlie Kirk because he told
Because
the
they're
truth.
cowards.
They're cowards.
Because they're cowards who cannot handle real life.
He told the truth. Okay, just like President Donald Trump when they tried it to him. You know what I'm saying? He stood up. Donald Trump stood up and fought for us. Because he was for the people. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but now look what they did to Charlie Kirk, though. You know what I'm saying?
Charlie Kirk would have been president.
He would have been a president
He would have been
right after Trump if he
Yeah.
would have ran for president. He would have been.
president for sure.
Yeah, he would have been the president of the United States. And you know something? And I think Charlie Kirk would have made a great president. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Same.
Oh, he would have been awesome.
You know, and I'm not
I
saying
agree.
it. I'm not saying it
the lights
because
on.
I'm
Sorry.
not saying it. I'm not saying it because
By the time I walk
you know,
across the other side of my house, it's going to reconnect to the different extenders. And,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I'm not saying it because I'm a Republican. I'm not saying it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was an independent before. You know what I'm saying? But
Sorry
I
to see you.
decided to become a Republican because the Democratic DNC, they threw me underneath the bus. You know what I'm saying? You know, and
Listen, we have people who claim to be the largest Republicans around, and here they are trying to fight for Paul to get reelected because they can't control the actual Republican that's running. It's crazy. It's crazy. Those are the people that are in the city and in the state that actually keep parties divided. And again, not everything's about party, right? This is the mayor of Fall River. The party doesn't really matter. However, some of the conservative views should matter because we have been so openly opposite of conservative with our budget and our taxpayers and our city, everything, that we need to reel it back in.
yeah,
And that's what people should be looking. That's what people should be looking at, right? They should be looking at somebody who can make the tough decisions, willing to make the tough decisions, take the hits for it, and still keep going, but in their best interest,
yeah,
right? That's what we need. Give me 1 second.
yep. Yeah, so I mean, I think we should put parties in there like Republican and you know, even in our local elections.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think so. Yeah.
I think we should have it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you know, we should because know why? Because to make the tough decisions. You know what I'm saying? If we don't have that, then you know what? We can't be making tough decisions. You know what I'm saying? We won't be able to make tough decisions. You know what I'm saying? So, but we have to have parties here, like Republican.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, like, it's not about getting in. Like, this man gets in and says, well, he's the only Democrat and this is a Democrat state and that's the only way we're going to get things done. And we're only going to look out for the Democrats. That's the party stuff that I mean. Like, his party stuff is 19, 30, freaking, we own it. We're white man. We own this. We're Democrats. We own it. Like, you know what I mean? That's him. I'm talking about like that kind of party leadership. We can't have that. Like, that's not getting us anywhere. That's doing nothing for us, especially in a city that's divided, almost in half right now, based on the last election, based on the Trump election, and I'm hoping based on this election, everybody comes out and shows up and does what needs to be done.
That is true. Yep.
If people come out and show that, like, hey, listen, like, we voted for this for a reason, and this person's going to bring more of that for us, that's what I'm here for.
It's not about turning the whole city red. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I don't care what you believe in, Okay, well, stop playing basketball and put your splint on, and it probably won't get worse. I know. As I sit here and talk about common sense leadership, there should be common sense, following too. Ugh,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's all right. But
Jammed his finger, sprained his finger, and he's got a splint on. He takes it off, and he's outside playing basketball. And he's been saying it hurts.
hey, look at this. When I used to play basketball in the park behind the police station, I had a ring on my finger, and when I went to go make the shot, my ring got stuck. I had to go to the fire department for them to cut it off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So I mean, hey, it's you can't play when you got something wrapped around your finger either. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it off.
Well, that's why they say no jewelry in sports, right? No jewelry on the field, no jewelry in the courts. That's why they tell you that.
Yeah. Well, on Spindle City Straight Talk, I was hearing somebody talk about the Pride game, the Pride night, the Pride night or something.
Yes, how Paul is the most LGBTQ friendly mayor there's ever been. You know what? Good for you. What does that have to do with politics?
That is
What does
true.
that have to do? What does that have to do with me running the city more effectively and efficiently? What does it have to do with it?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. Not a single thing. You want to listen, you could be whatever you want. Call yourself whoever you want, dress however you want. I don't care. If it's not, I don't want it being funneled through the school system. I don't want it being indoctrinated, part of the indoctrination. Like in our school system right now, what they did is they put it in the civics class to make sure that it wasn't found because it was going to be cut out by Trump. So it's in our civics class. Why are we learning in civics what bathrooms to use? Why are we learning in civics, what different genders are and everything? What are we doing? That's got nothing to do with civics. Nothing.
Right.
Okay,
Why
but
is
that's what
it-
we do here in Massachusetts because Massachusetts Department of Education is actually run more so by LGBTQ, and that's all they care about. But yet here we are with the highest failure rates in the country. Like, what are we doing? It makes no
David
sense.
Souza's laughing. David Souza's laughing about it. I think, yeah. No, he's not. He's like, ah.
I mean,
Makes no sense.
the kids are just coming out dumber and dumber. I think that's the point of it.
I mean, come
Well,
on. I mean,
They
we're
just
told.
have to run the machines and flip the burgers. That's it.
Yeah, we're told to use what bathrooms, how to use the bathroom, where to go.
No,
You know,
I went to Wendy's today, and I had to order to an AI thing or whatever. Of course, my order was wrong, and I said I will never go there again.
Yeah.
I'll never go there again. But I started to think, and I'm like, how many times has my order been wrong, and somebody else actually did it and complained and whatever else it may be, and then they give you an attitude like it's your fault, right? So I'm like, you know what? I guess Wendy's isn't so wrong because you don't got somebody calling out. You don't got to worry about staffing. You don't got to worry about nonsense. You got to worry about raises. You don't got to worry about education level. You don't got to worry about somebody messing up or causing a lawsuit or whatever it may be. So you know what? I started to be like, as a business owner, I understand it. I don't like it, but I understand it. So
Right.
I can't really take it out on them. I mean, I'll still never go just for personal reasons because if I'm coming here for a service, I expect personal service, and and you don't have that. If I wanted to order from Elon Musk, I would just call him.
oh, he's funny. He
Who's
says
that?
it's not though. David Souza. It's not funny, but bring in shop classes back. Not just
I agree.
teaching
I agree.
math, reading, art, and music.
Listen, 37 different genders and all this other stuff and craziness. Like, listen, you can be as crazy as you want to be, or as nice as you want to be, or believe whatever you want to believe in. I don't care. You don't need to be instructing it and indoctrinating children with it. If you want a class that's optional in college for it, gender studies, go for it. You have the option to go and learn. It is your choice as an adult student to go and learn. As a child, it should not be forced down your throat to have to be pushed to accept anything you don't believe in and your family doesn't believe in and you're not raised to believe in or whatever it may be. It's not okay.
Hey, look at this. Check this out.
And I'm not saying you don't have the right to be who you want to be. You just
be
don't have
where
the
you
right
want
to
to
make
be.
my child forcefully believe in it.
That is true.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I one time, okay, when I heard something about the Pride Day that they were handing out down the government center. Annalisa, you can test to this too because you came down and you were with us at that time. And, yeah, and Annalisa came down with us, and my wife and I we went. And I had my big American flag with me, and I had a shirt on said "All Jesus" on it. So I went down there. We went down there. So I'm standing there, right, not saying a word to them. All of a sudden, they started. Oh, Jesus loves me, and Annalisa's laughing. and Annalisa. And now they did not even know how to read a sign. Stop the tranny. It was what was it?
I don't know.
It was something, but they were saying stop the tranny and stuff. And I said
Yeah,
to them, I said,
it's not what it said.
but I said, what are you, stupid? Don't you know how to read? And they said, whoa, you guys have got cameras? I'm going in my truck and I'm going to go put the camera on and everything else and stuff. And I'm like, go ahead. But the cop turned around. The cop turned around and told me, he said, Dave, he says, go on the other side of the street. I says, I'm staying right here. This is the public sidewalk. So I figured, I told Annalisa, I said, Annalisa, my wife, I said, let's go across the street and see what they do over there. So you know what they did? They left their event and they followed us across the street. And they started harassing us. They started saying all kinds of stuff to us and everything else. They told my wife that my wife shouldn't be outside. It's too dangerous to be outside. My wife said, excuse me?
Yeah. Like making a threat.
Yeah.
Right.
It just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, and again, you have crazies on all sides, right? Yeah, I don't think that's the majority of their side. I don't think it's the majority of anybody else's side. I just think that there's crazy people on all sides and they create the issue and everybody wants their 5 seconds of fame. And look, I'm going to be TikTok famous now. It's nonsense. If my daughter wants to go to a pride parade and she wants me to bring her, I'm going to bring her. But I'm not going there in official capacity as the mayor. Like this is something I need to promote and do on taxpayer time. I don't. There are more important things to do. But as a dad, if she wants me to go with her and protect her and be there with her, I will absolutely do so. That's it. That's how that works.
Yeah.
People need to stop thinking like the mayor and all these people have to be at everything and you owe us this and you're the mayor. You should have been there. You have no idea how much stuff has to get done on a daily basis. Because then you'll be the first ones complaining, well, why didn't he get the audit done and get this done in time? Well, because he had to be at a parade, because if not, you were gonna come out and try to recall him. People need to get over themselves. And just because you think it's all important to you doesn't mean it's important to everyone.
Everybody. Yeah.
Be important to yourself. Let it be important to you and your community. That's fine. But that doesn't mean that the mayor has to support and sponsor and be there for every single little thing that you think is important. A tragedy? Absolutely. A community event that's for everyone? Absolutely. These single individual party things and all this nonsense and group things? No. We have more important things to worry about. We have a $500 million budget. Highest crime ever, lowest education. I don't care what you want to dress as on the morning. I don't care. It's not important.
If you want to put on a blonde wig and a skirt and
Go ahead.
pantyhose, go for it, man. Hey,
I don't care.
Go for it, man. Who cares?
Exactly. I don't care. It's not my business. But
Yeah,
it's also not my problem.
But I'm not gonna. We're not gonna go to your event because you say so. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't work that way.
Well, it does for this mayor.
Well. I mean,
Listen, I know he's reaching. Trust me, he's reaching. His desperation is definitely showing, and I'm glad it is.
Right.
And I'm glad that you're gonna be. And I'm glad that you're gonna be the next mayor of the city of Fall River. Let's hope.
Me too.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Boomer the mayor of the city of Fall River. God, man, I'd be sitting up in his office like this, and I'd be up there. I'd be up there with the camera. Hey, Boomer, want to take a selfie?
Absolutely.
I'd be up there taking selfies, man. I'd be up there talking with him, working with him on some of the important decisions, the important things that needs to be done.
I hope everybody does. I hope everybody wants to come up there and help me work on stuff.
I would be honored to sit in. I would be honored to sit in the mayor's office and working with you on a lot of the decisions that that need to be done instead of you doing it all by yourself.
Listen,
I volunteer.
I hope city council members reach out daily. I hope school committee members reach out daily. I hope my principals reach out daily, teachers reach out daily. Give me the information and give me solutions. Help me. I will gladly implement things if you know your profession better than I do. If a teacher's union comes in and says, "Hey, I know this isn't in the contract, but maybe we can renegotiate that when it comes up. But for right now, can we get some help with this because I really think our teachers need this?" All right, let me look at the pros and cons. Do you really think this is going to help your teachers? Do you really think this is going to help our education system? Is it worth a shot? Is it going to hurt the taxpayers? I got to look at those things, but I'm 99% sure I'm going to hear you out and I'm all in because you know your profession better than I do. You know what you're dealing with on a daily basis. You know what? Let's give it a shot. And if it works, let's take this out of the contract and let's put this in the contract so it's not going to kill the taxpayers at the same time, but it's going to make the teachers' jobs much easier. I am all for that. Same thing with police and fire and EMS and whoever else needs it. Come give me solutions. Let's move around with solutions instead of coming at me with money all the time.
I will sit there and I will go to your office. I will volunteer. I don't want no money. I will volunteer. I will sit there and I will come up with ideas and solutions. I will go back and forth with you until we figure it out.
That's all I'm there to do, Dave, is just meet with everybody and figure it out.
I remember when the city councils asked us, well, if you got ideas, bring them. Okay. We had ideas. We bring them. They disregard them.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it this way too. Just because you have ideas doesn't mean they're great ideas either. And they might be looking at a grand scheme of things. I'm not saying they weren't. I'm just saying there's three sides to it, right? I have ideas all the time. Doesn't mean they're great, right? So we can't. I can't just go there with a blank. Hey, this guy brought you ideas and you didn't take any of them. That's bullshit. All right, show me what the ideas are and let's make sure that they're valid. Then your ideas might be missing a crucial part, like how we're going to fund it, or is it legal? Is it against ordinance? There's a lot of things that go into play with that stuff, right? So we can't just accept everything because we say come and do it. The challenge is there, but there's got to be some kind of common sense behind it too.
So if I come up to you and say, "Hey, Boomer, I know we have funding for we got to get funding for flying cars, right? Would you accept that, flying cars? Would you want to put flying cars on?
I don't know. Is it going to benefit the taxpayer?
It would benefit me. Well,
okay, but it's going to benefit a majority. Show me how. Is it going to cost the taxpayers millions of dollars and just benefit David Mead? Then that's not feasible, right?
No, I think Dave wants everybody to have an e-bike.
Yeah.
Listen, so do I.
Yeah, well, the cops have got. Hey, the cops
will be much better.
Okay, look at this. The cops have an e-bike, right?
Well, here's my thing. How are you going to enforce any e-bike? How are you going to enforce e-bike violations if you're sitting there on e-bikes violating it? Just like they were driving four-wheelers down the streets to chase the guys on four-wheelers. You're not doing any better. You're breaking the same ordinance and same law. You cannot go against the law to enforce the law. You can't do it.
Yeah. Well, I want to use something as an example. I always want to show you this. You see this right here? This is a robot. I just made it. Okay. I may have it. I got to put eyes on it, right?
Does he work at Wendy's? I want to know.
No, not yet. He's too young. And I have one up there. Okay. I have one up there on the wall over there. Okay. And I'm going to put eyes on it. I'm going to make it nice and stuff. I like to invest this. This is made out of boxes. Okay.
He's got a girlfriend.
Okay. So
like it.
So it's made out of a box, right? And I like to invest it. Okay. And you know how we have costumes for Halloween inside stores, and the kids have to buy them all the time, and the same ones all the time. That's what I want to do. I want to invest into this and have investors buy this, okay, and try to make costumes out of it and put them in stores. Will it benefit the tax? Will it benefit Fall River? Will it bring in? Will it bring in? No.
Dave Souza says, don't forget about the toy drive for the
But will it benefit Fall River? Will it bring money into Fall River? I don't know. We have to try it, right? Right?
No, no.
Well, if you're getting private investors to go and do that, we can't tell you no. But if you open up a Halloween store in Fall River, does that benefit Fall River? I think it does.
It benefits Fall River. But no, but I was trying to make an example out of stuff because I like to do different things. You know what I'm saying? So I do. I like to do different things. I like to come up with ideas. That's not the only idea. You know what I'm saying? I have other ideas.
I hope
you know?
not.
Well, we don't want robots walking the streets either. So
We already have them.
yeah, that is true too. But I mean, I'm just coming out with ideas. You know what I'm saying? You may, I may think it's a good idea, right? Do you think it's
Correct.
a good idea? You
That's
may
my
not
point.
think it is. That's your point, right?
Yeah, that's exactly the point.
Yeah. So I mean, but I mean that wouldn't be. Yeah, I mean, I don't think.
So
that
there
would
you
be
are,
a-
blaming city council, and here you are showing up with cardboard boxes. Come on, David.
No,
How are you going to blame the city council when you show up with a cardboard box?
hey,
Stop
if
it.
if I go down there and show the city council that no, hey, look, this is what you should be investing in right now, right? You think they're
I
going to
mean,
spend the
that
money?
cardboard box is going to be just as much a mayor as Paul.
Oh,
you just
man.
put it wherever you want it, right? Throw a couple of checks in its hand and just say, "Have a great day," and thank you for your service, and call it a day.
No, but
We'll auto pen the checks, and we'll be fine.
yeah. I just had to put that out there. It was funny. Yeah, because I
Go for
wanted. Yeah, but anyways, I mean, you made some good points though. I mean, on Chip and CJ, and we like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm just another guy, right? I'm just the one that's willing to take the hits and take the drama and the nonsense and the, corruption and all the bullshit. That's all it is. I'm no different than anybody else. I'm no smarter or no better than anybody else. I just am the only one willing to keep going when they come at you and try to do this stuff, right?
Yeah.
My lawyer had court yesterday. I don't even know what happened yet. So if it was that serious, I would have found out about it, right? And next week, my other lawyer will have court with my ex-wife, right? Because there's nothing I can do about the personal stuff. There's nothing I can do about the drama and the nonsense and them being greedy. And you got to understand, right? If you did something completely immoral and wrong and abandoned your kids and your family and everything else, right? You haven't seen your kids in months and you only want money, so on and so forth. And you did that and you got embarrassed for it. Would you want the person you did it to continue to be successful, to continue to get ahead, to continue to be able to provide a great life for your kid? You wouldn't, right? Because you are going to be more embarrassed based on their success, right?
Yeah.
And that's what those people are doing. They don't want me to be any more successful than I already was or already could be at all costs because they've already taken the hits, right? They're already embarrassed. They already lost. Now she's like, okay, I got to live with this groomer who was trying to get with my daughter, and this guy's going to be mayor of the city and go do great things. That's embarrassing. We can't have that, right? So that's the reality. Like those are the kind of people you're dealing with. I can't do anything about that. So I'm just like anybody else. I go through the same life struggles as everybody else. I pay the same taxes. I have the same shit grocery bill. I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to fight to make it as best I can. Can I tell Walmart to lower their costs? No, I cannot. But can I try to help the homeowners lower their costs so they can lower the cost for the tenants so the tenants can afford the groceries? Yes. Yes, I can. And that's the goal, right? That trickle down effect by working with the right problems with actual solutions.
That's true. Yep, you're right. You got a point there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's kind of hard. It is. It's kind of hard when Jason left. Okay, and nobody wanted to run against Mayor Paul Coogan at the time, and we had no choice to vote for that corrupted clown. So and now look at the mess we're in, and now
There you go.
look at the mess we're in.
Yep.
I think about that all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I hope and pray every single night that and When November, I hope and pray every single night when November 4th comes that you're going to be the next mayor of the city of Fall River.
I said his mom said he either watched the movie or sent him home. So I sent him home because he didn't want it.
No, that's not nice.
No, we played basketball, and then his mom came. She said, "Why aren't you guys watching a movie?" I said,
Well, exactly. You guys are supposed to be inside watching a movie. Why are you outside?
Oh yeah, look at it, Dad. It's out.
If you put the splint on, it'll heal faster. If you keep taking it off and
Can you
playing,
tighten it?
it's not going to heal. It doesn't need to be tight. It just needs to keep your fingers straight.
Hi.
That's it.
How you doing there, buddy? How you doing, bud?
Go check on Romeo,
What's
please.
your name?
Landon.
Brandon. Hi, Brandon. How are you? You look like your dad.
My name's Landon.
Landon with an L.
Landon.
Oh,
Landon.
sorry, Landon.
Sorry, Landon. You look
Yeah,
like your
speak
dad.
up.
You do.
He
How old are
does.
you?
He acts like him
I'm
too.
11.
11? Wow.
11 years old. Wow. Awesome. So
Like
what'd you do to your finger?
I fell at lunch.
Oh, he fell at lunch. Well, didn't you play basketball or something? Or was it you that played basketball?
I played baseball.
Oh, you
And
played
basketball.
baseball.
Oh,
And
nice.
basketball.
Ball
Nice.
basketball.
Basketball, not baseball.
He looks just like you. I hope he joins the army too, just like you. Right?
Yeah, after dealing with the commanders that I dealt with on the way out, I'm gonna probably try to find another way. You know, maybe Air Force or something like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, active duty Army maybe, but Army National Guard out here, I after dealing with those people and seeing what they're doing, I'm gonna go with probably gonna find another way. It gave me a great life for a long time. Don't get me wrong, it gave me benefits. My kids get to go to school for free, all that stuff. So yes, the good outweighs the bad. But seeing how they treat you on the way out when they can't abuse you anymore, and especially after a brain aneurysm or something like that, I'm gonna go with we're gonna go a different way.
You got a comment, Boomer.
Right
Do
here.
I?
Yeah.
Is it a real comment or is it one of our fake friends?
No,
It's
it's
Anton Ponto, or Pontos or something. Anton
Pinto.
Pinto.
Okay. Boomer, we need to take out the mayor out of the school committee. We need to audit City Hall. We also need to tell the politicians who they work for. You don't have to tell me that because I know who I'm going to work for. That's why I'm out here on these lives and on these feeds for 2-3 hours at a time, willing to answer anybody. I'm applying for a job and you should have the answers. And if I have the time, I'll do it. I don't always have 3 hours to come and spend with David Mead. As cute as he is, I do have a life,
Oh,
You know,
hey, look at this. Hey,
I got kids to feed. I got things to do, so I can't hang out with David every night. But I'm here, right? I got time. I'm eating dinner, right? I'm finally eating dinner because I had another show, and I don't have to go do anything for a little while, so we're okay. But
yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. I don't know about the mayor off the school committee stuff because you got to understand the school is a large portion of our budget, right?
Yeah.
And the mayor is going to be the one that gets hit on the budget. So I think being on there, I don't know about maybe a voting role, but maybe a tiebreaker role or something like that. I don't really know how I would look at it, right? There's different options that I would be interested in seeing. Somebody much smarter than me can create a better way. I'd be all for it. But I think being on the school committee for me is extremely important right now because a lot of the reallocation and renegotiation of certain things, especially for administrators and HR and all the other jobs that aren't educating children, is very important to me. All the cover-ups, all the nepotism that's going on has to be corrected. And I don't believe in the current school committee to get that done. I definitely don't believe in the superintendent to get that done. So for me, I think maybe as mayor being on there is very important to me and going to be a big part of my my first term, especially.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I have to disagree with that part, but I agree with everything else. The mayor, Paul, I don't even call him the mayor. He's just Paul. He's not the mayor. He's just a candidate, just like I am. I'm Boomer. He's Paul. He has proven that he's not a mayor. He's already told you he's just a vice principal, and it's above his pay grade. So let's honor the man's wishes and call him what he is. And in all actuality, I agree. He's got to go. I don't think he is fit for the job. I don't think he's fit for anything outside of public service because he just lives off the system. And I've said that in debates. I've said that before. The man cannot survive. Any way that he looks at a budget, any way that he does anything, he would never survive in the real world. He never would have. He's lucky he has a pension coming for his service off the people because he never would have made it. Ever. That's probably why he had a truck driving job and couldn't even do that once, right? Um, how are some city councils so worried now?
Oh, wait.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Good. I had to put it back.
So worried now about dumping in our city. Is it election year? It's been always dumping for years. I can't speak for them. I don't know how or why anybody's interested. I know some counselors that have been pretty consistent, but unfortunately, they didn't have the majority of the votes, and there's nothing you can do about that. Remember, it takes 5, right? You have to convince 5 people, 5 complete strangers to all agree with you, right? So it's how you talk, how you present it. Is it worth it? What's the pros and cons? You got to convince 5 people consistently to agree with your views and what you want. So it's not just any one counselor, right? Like I'll tell you right now, Joe Camara, Kilby, they do not care about this city at all. At all. Joe Camara is making hand over fist money with all the new contracts and stuff that's coming out. ABC is making money. He knew what he was doing. They knew about all these deals that were coming in. The old Malacone going on. Like these people all knew. They knew what was coming and they prepped themselves for it. They put themselves in positions to make millions and millions of dollars off the taxpayer. And the people just vote. Oh, I remember him. Yeah, we're going to vote for him. How'd that work out for you? Look at our city. Look where we are. I don't think Kilby has ever voted in favor of the city ever. Actually, I don't even think I see him for votes because he's usually gone by then. But Joe Kilby, I would never vote for them. I would never vote for those two. Minimum.
I
Right?
think
There's other people I don't like, but I'll tell you right now, if those two are replaced, I guarantee you have a very different city. If those two are replaced, you have a very different and more productive city. And that's with anybody running, even if it's their people. Like it doesn't really matter who it is. Those two do not care. They are just bobbleheads for the mayor, and that's it. That's
Linda
it.
Pereira too, same way. She's a fucking house.
Again, love her or hate her. Yes, I think she follows suit sometimes, but do I think she has a lot to offer if the right leadership is there to kind of guide that ego? I think she will. But again, she may not even be there because all these allegations and what's going on, who knows, right? It's not my problem. I'll tell you right now that there are other city councilors not incumbent that I'm voting for over a lot of people. Okay. So, but I will tell you without a doubt, Brad and Joe will never see a vote from me for anything. I wouldn't vote for them for class president. Nothing. No, I wouldn't vote. Remember when we were kids and you had to like vote for who was going to be the crossing guard on the way home because the kids walked themselves home? I wouldn't vote for them for that. Okay. So
would you vote for that? Would you vote for Joe? Would you vote for Joe for Valak Victoria?
Would I vote for Joe for what?
Valak Victoria.
Valedictorian?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't vote for Joe for the poop stain award of the year. I just wouldn't. These people have proven they do not care about the citizens. They do not care about the city.
Right.
They protect their friends, and that's all they do. There was an issue years ago. Jordan brought up at the city council meeting. We know it to be true, and he sat there and lied and said that didn't happen. That we have cops that said it happened. Like we know. These things happen, but they just say it doesn't, and people have to believe it, right? It's not the case. It's not true. I just don't see anything. These people bully the citizens. They don't listen to the citizens, and they know they have a majority right now. And he feels untouchable because he's got a lot of votes. But people don't understand. You can change the mayor all you want. If you keep people like that on, nothing's going to get accomplished still.
No.
So, you're the mayor. You shouldn't be endorsing anybody or saying anything that you're not going to work with people. I never said I wouldn't work with anybody. I just said I wouldn't vote for these people. If they're there, that's who I got to work with.
That's right.
And when they go against me, I'm going to show the bias and the intention, and I'm going to show why and make sure that people understand this is what your vote got you. Has nothing to do with me. I'm here willing to work. these people are going to shut it down and drag it out as long as they can till the next election, right? Just like they're doing now for midterms, right? We're going to create all these riots and all these fires and all this nonsense, and we're going to create all this distraction until they get an election, until they can get a majority in somewhere. That's
Yeah.
what he wants. That's the kind of people that you're dealing with there. So
Well-
I would never vote for him. That's just me.
Well, Joe Camara, he's a bully. Okay,
I
he never
know.
cared. Joe Camara,
I
he's a
agree.
bully. He's
I agree.
He's a bully. He never cared about the city of Fall River. As far as he's never cared, because I remember when I ran for city council, I sat up there on that stage, okay, and I listened to every single lie that came out of that man's mouth, okay. Even when Leo Pelletier was there, okay, I was sitting on the side of Leo Pelletier too. And you know something? When I was up there, and who was doing it? It was I believe it was the Herald News that was doing it at Cuss Middle School. And I think it was Cuss Middle School. I think it was. Yeah, it was. In the auditorium. My wife was there. My wife was sitting in the front seat. And I called out Leo Pelletier right on the stage. I said, "Hey, Leo," I said, what did you ever do for this city? I said, you name one thing that you did for this city. Okay. Well, except for people calling you and you help your friends out. He did not want to answer because he knew I backed him right into a corner.
Yeah, I mean, they all got their personal shit, right? I just can't see anyone looking at people like them watching a city council meeting at all thinking that these people have their best interest at heart. They just don't. They just
No, we
don't. And that's the reality.
Sorry.
No.
Anton says, "Boomer, you have my vote."
Who is it?
Anton Pinto.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You
I'll stand up to it.
Leave that comment up, Dave. Leave it up. You should leave it up.
I know people don't like Linda. I can care less either way, right? Like, it's not like we're friends, right? Linda has done some good. She's done some terrible. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Do I think Linda, with the right leadership around, could be serviceable and make this city great? I think she could. I think she does care about the beautification of the city. I do think she cares about what people think and how the city is perceived and keeping it safe and things for the kids and fun stuff. I do believe she cares about that stuff. I think the tourism stuff is important to her, and I think it would be great to have tourism and bring in the money and get those ideas together. I think Linda would excel if she was given that platform to do so, right? I just think she's bogged down with so much bullshit from the corrupt, and she has no choice but to vote certain ways and do certain things because that's the only way she's going to be able to stay where she can still help the people she wants to help.
Well, I think
she's there. I think she cares more than not, right? Like I like a 60-40 kind of thing. So
yeah.
I think that's how I see her, right? Same thing with Cliff and Kadeem, right? I think they care more than they don't care, right? Sometimes it might get a little misconstrued with how they're talking, or why are they going after EMS? I don't think that's what they're doing. I think they're just trying to make sure that we don't get screwed for the next 30 years on something, and they're trying to rectify the problems that they know that they've had in the past with other unions and other contracts, and they're going to get ahead of it on this. So I think that's a good thing, right? But are they doing it arrogantly? I don't know. People think so. I don't think so because I see what they're doing. So I appreciate that stuff. When I go down there and I come down there with something foolish, I hope to God that they, after they're done laughing, they say, "Hey, listen, that's actually not how this works. We have to do it this way." I hope to God they correct me and fix it, right?
Yeah.
So you want that kind of experience, but I don't think Brad and Joe bring any real experience of positivity or productivity to the city. They just bring bullying and bobblehead tactics, and that's all they do.
I don't want no more lawyers on the city council no more. I wish, I don't want no more lawyers.
Eh,
On
I
the
can't
city
control.
council.
I can't control what people do in the civilian world, buddy.
No. But I don't. To me, I don't. We don't want no more. We wish Brad and Brad Kilby and Goes and Joe Camaro. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, like you said about Linda Pereira. If there was the right leadership, if there was a right leadership in there,
Correct.
and I'm sure that she would actually work with you, right? So
I would think so, but I think the same thing about Andrew. I think the same thing about Ricky, right? I think with the right leadership, they're gonna want to react and be like, you know what? All right, let's look at it. Let's do it.
well, Andrew,
I hope so.
So Andrew, I never city council Andrew. I never knew him, and I like to question him and see what he's about. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what do we have? What do you have for new people running for city council? So let's say we're looking to replace at minimum 2, right? 2. Hopefully, it's Kilby and Joe. Let's say, right? If we want to replace them, what's really coming in? What's out there that's viable that you think is worth a vote? Who are the new people running?
Okay, so right now you have Ricky Tiff. Okay.
No, not incumbents. Ricky's on there, so he's an
Ricky's
incumbent.
around it.
I know he got on there at the end, but he's an incumbent, right? And I like Ricky. I think Ricky.
Yeah.
I think Ricky means well for the city, so we'll be okay with Ricky, right?
Yep. I think you got, was it Connell or something, run for city council? I messaged him once and I'm trying to get him on. You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Who?
Connell or something. He has a blue sign.
Canuel.
Canuel, yes.
Okay,
Canuel,
all
we
right.
got Canuel, that's one of them. Then we have
I like Canuel. He's a good guy. I think he means well. Okay.
Yeah. So we also have Peckham. Peckham was on the city council before, and he also was.
I think Peckham's conservative. I think he wants to help the taxpayer as well. So that's good.
Yeah. And I don't know about the other ones. I don't even know. I'm trying to remember them all.
Oh, dude, elections in like 3 weeks, man.
Yeah.
Start doing some research, okay?
Yeah, I am. I got to do my research, but I've been
This is
working.
what we need. I know, but this is what we need, right? We need people that are educated, making educated decisions, and doing our research and seeing who's worth it and who isn't, right? So, and I'm only doing this just to I'm not to put you on the spot, but I'm doing this to say this is what the average person needs to do.
Yeah.
Just the average person needs to do and go and just, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna message this guy and Facebook message this guy or text him or see if I can find a way to contact him and be like, you know what? Can you just answer a couple of questions for me? How do you feel about A, B, C, and D? Just ask your personal stuff. It doesn't have to be about anything major. I get asked every day, well, do you support Trump and his rhetoric? What? What the hell does that have to do with anything in Fall River?
That's true. Yep. You're right.
But if you really want to know if I support Trump, yes, I do. So there you go. So now go vote for somebody else. Fine. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be somebody I'm not because you hate somebody you'll never meet a day in your life.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense, right? Like that's your argument for not voting for someone that wants to do better for the city is if they respect the guy that's looking out for the country and not foreign entities and their own parties and not nonsense anymore. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's petty stuff like that's why this country never gets ahead. Why our city never gets ahead. This is why.
So this is why I have to ask A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? And and just ask the question. That's it.
That's it. Just ask the questions. People can come on here and ask questions all day long. People can go on CJ's show. I've been on probably, I don't know, 40, 50 hours of interviews and lives and everything else. Like, there's no way. Like, if you don't know me by now, you're not looking. You're not trying.
Well, you've been on on my show quite a long.
I think I've done more hours on your show than anybody else's. You're welcome.
Yeah, No, thank you. I appreciate that. I
Nah,
do.
don't worry
Thank
about
you.
it.
No, but
Because
sir,
again, here it's more just having conversation here, right? Like
yeah,
that's all we're doing. We're having
yeah.
conversation. Hopefully, people chime in and want to ask questions and want to do things. That'd be great. But they don't always do that. Taylor
So
Perry, what do I need to fix? Coogan sucks, not you. I know, Taylor. What do I need to fix, Taylor? What are you talking about, honey? I don't
tell
know.
her
What do we got?
what does he need to fix?
Linda said we have roasted turkey breast, chicken drumsticks, mashed potatoes, not box, steamed vegetables, and all these Deutsche Kuch Black Forest cream cake on the menu in this house. And here I am eating a Twix. God damn it, Linda. I thought we were friends.
Come on over and have some.
I just had leftover TA steak and peppers and a Twix bar.
And here we are eating.
Bull crap.
And here we are eating roast turkey breast, chicken, and drumsticks, mashed potatoes, not boxed, steamed vegetables,
Yeah.
and all these. And what is it? Dutch.
Deutsche Kuch Black Forest cream cake. I don't know.
Yeah, that's German.
I thought she said douche coochie, but I'm like, I don't know what that is.
No. That's German. That word is German.
I assumed when I saw Deutsche.
I'm German myself. I speak it.
Listen, Dave, I'd love to have you move back to the city, buddy. I'll give you a reason. Trust me.
Come on in, man. Hey, look, you want me to go over there and help you pack? Come back.
I want the city back to what? Been corrupt for decades. Yeah, we get that.
Yeah.
All right. What am I missing? Anything? Nope. All right. I think I answered all the questions.
If anybody out there has any questions for Boomer, has any ideas, please. He's on right now. He's live on Forward Media News. Please come on in and ask him. And ask him. Ask him questions if you guys have anything. So.
You got about 11 minutes left, because then I'm gonna put a movie on and hang out with my kids for a little bit, and we got to get ready for track tomorrow. And then I have a sign holding tomorrow at 12 o'clock, 12 to 2. Come by, grab a sticker, come hang out with a sign, come buy a T-shirt, whatever you got to do, help support us. We've done the grassroots thing, and we're gonna set the records that nobody thought we could do. And I hopefully Will Flanagan will reach out and be like, you know what? I went on that show and I said it was almost impossible. It'd be a miracle if you did it, and you did it. So, I'd love to have the recognition, right? Because again, these people keep saying everything I'm doing is the impossible, but it's possible because we keep doing it. So let's go.
Yep. You got about 11 minutes or less. If you guys want to ask, 10 minutes. Now
1945. I'm done.
Yeah, so now you got 10 minutes to ask the mayor.
It'll be over 2 hours that I've been on here, and there you go.
I like it when you're on here for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm just here, buddy.
Yeah, I give you more.
I'm gonna have you come over and stop folding all this laundry that I keep missing out on, though. Let me tell you. You know what laundry for 7 people looks like?
Yeah, I know. I used to do it. I used to fold laundry for 7 people. I know what it looks like.
Not a fan.
No, I ain't a fan of it either. My wife.
Why don't you make one of your robots be able to fold laundry? Why don't you do that? That would be something I'd be interested in.
You would, huh?
Yeah. See that?
Give me the idea. See, well, that might happen.
See, now we're talking. See, there we go.
Fold
I'll
laundry
invest in that.
So you want so in other words, you want something like the Jetsons, right?
Absolutely. Listen, me and George would have been great friends.
Of course. I used to watch that cartoon, George Jetson. He used to
me too, because nobody sent me to school, so I did too. It was great.
I used to watch when I watched the Jetsons. Rosie used to go over. Oh, Dad, you forgot your lunch. You got your lunch, and it's like, oh, sorry, Rosie. And oh God, and it was funny. You know what I'm saying, how they and Astro, the dog there,
yeah,
used to get right into his little jet thing there. and fly right out of the tube.
Yeah, somebody would be
Yeah.
offended by that cartoon today for somehow.
Yeah, everybody's offended of anything. They just
That's annoying. I know.
that they just don't like the stuff that we like. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is
Correct.
offended. This is racist. That's racist. Oh, this is racist. I don't like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Hey, you know what? We like it. We like it.
Yeah.
Right,
I don't
right?
care
We
who
like
likes what, who doesn't like what, as long as it's not hurting anybody. It's not it's not physically hurting anybody, mentally freaking destroying somebody, like whatever. Who cares? Go do your
it.
shit. It doesn't mean everybody has to agree with you. Get over it.
I don't agree with everybody. You know what I'm saying so.
Correct.
I don't.
If you did, there'd be a problem.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even at work, at my work, people ask me, who you voting for? I said, I'm voting for Boomer Amro. Boomer Amro. He's the candidate. I had him on my show a couple of times, a lot of times, for at least 2 hours, an hour maybe.
Yeah, try 3 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours.
3 hours, yeah. 2 hours, 3 hours.
I think you're getting close to about 9-10 hours of total Boomer time. You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know why? Because I am interested in you, and I want to invest in you, and I want to vote for you, and I want to get you in office as fast as possible, so that way you can get to work and get some of the stuff done.
That's all I want to do, man. I just want to get to work and get it done. That's it.
I just want
When
to
is
Get to
the
work and get it
election?
done.
When is
The
the
election?
general election? November 4th?
November 4th. Yep. And
Are
now we
you-
have two in-studio debates. We have an in-studio debate on the 21st with now
Oh.
WSAR and
No.
the Herald News on the panel. So that he's not going to get the questions ahead of time at all, right? It is what it is. I don't care. He can be as prepared as he wants. He can show up with his whole legal team for all I care. It's not going to justify anything he's done. Period. If he had the answers, he would have done it by now.
Do you have somebody helping you register voters?
People are reaching out and stuff like that, but I have a team of people that are just out, and if they meet somebody, whatever. Like I dropped off 2 more today. I dropped off 4 the other day. So we're dropping off as we go. I did 2 registered voters and 2 mail-in ballots for an elderly couple today. Just whatever we can do, but those numbers aren't very big, right? What we need are the people that are registered to get up, get off their asses, get up, and go make a change. Because if you're going to just sit there and complain on November 5th, don't bother. Because if you did not vote, you don't get to complain. And 90% of the people that are complaining, and I know who they are. I see them on Facebook. I see them on Instagram. I see them all the time. How are you going to complain? You don't register to vote. Well, it's always the same people because you don't register to vote. Like exactly. Like you are 110% responsible for it always being the same people. There's no way around that. You can blame whoever you want. You can blame mail-in ballots. You can blame Donald Trump. You can blame Biden. You can blame whoever you want. Blame Jesus Christ. I don't care. You are responsible for doing nothing. By doing nothing, which is exactly what they want you to do. Their voters are going to still come out and vote. Their people are going to come and vote. It's the rest of us that need to get out and vote. And if you're not doing it, don't complain to me because I did it. I went through all this bullshit, all this personal freaking nonsense, all the freaking humiliation and embarrassing nonsense. I got to keep fighting and dealing with everything else. I had to fight with the military for years to even bother to run for city council and everything else that I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did all of that for you. You can't take 15 minutes to drive to a poll and vote or call City Hall and say, hey, I want a mail-in ballot and just put a stamp on it and go. Then you don't get to complain. I'm sorry. You just don't.
Right. You don't.
I don't
Hey,
feel bad for you.
When I ran for city council, you know how many people that I ran into that were not registered voters and they said that I don't speak English.
Oh God, they can't vote because they're not citizens. They're not American citizens. They can't vote.
Yeah, I mean, I ran into thousands of them, and I'm like, oh my God! So I said, look at this. I said, I have to deal with all this now. You know, oh, no speak English, no, no vote. So,
Yeah, oh God,
so,
yeah.
so now those are the people too that always like to complain.
Everybody complains. It's crazy.
Yeah. So
You know, for the people that don't go out and vote, you got to get the others that are not registered to vote to vote.
Yep.
Yep. So you guys got to get out there and vote November 4th. If you guys want an in-ballot, call, get in touch with mayoral candidate Gabriel Amro. He'll help you out with that. Or you guys want to ride to the polls? Get in touch with him on that. He's got people set up for that too. If you guys want to ride to the polls, to go vote. So those of you that don't have cars, also, but so how's that work?
What's that? That don't have cars?
Yes. How's
Well,
that
here's
work?
the thing. You can register right now for a mail-in ballot. Right now. Call City Hall on Monday morning and say, I would like a mail-in ballot. They will take it. They will send it to you. There you go. You're registered. You're done. It's not that hard. You can show up there. You can call them. There's so many different ways. If you still cannot get there, call me. I will bring you. I will take you to register to vote. I will take you to go vote. I have 5 vehicles. We will get you there.
Okay.
I can fit 8 people in one vehicle, 7 in 2 of the other vehicles. I can fit 5 and 4 in the other vehicles. My daughter's got a Fiat. She'll pick one person up at a time if we have to. Whatever we got to do, we'll get you to the polls. Okay, we'll open the sunroof and we'll have like a little clown car. We got this. We drive around like Benny Hill. We got you.
Benny Hill.
We will get you to the polls. Right. There's no way around it. If I got to rent a 15 passenger van, if I got to call a bus company and rent a bus, we'll rent a bus. I don't care. We'll figure something out. But get up and go vote. Because if you don't, every person that doesn't vote is a vote for the incumbent. That's the reality. Because the
That
people
is
that don't vote aren't his people, right? The people that don't vote know that he's not worth it. That's why they don't vote.
Right. That's right.
So
Yeah.
get up, register to vote. If you all go grab your family members, go grab your house, go grab your neighbors upstairs and downstairs. Hey, listen, we're all going to register to vote. If we all do that and do it with everybody on this block, there's 200-300 new voters.
Right.
If everybody in the city does that with just their household and just their block, just their neighborhood, get back to the days where, everybody was outside sweeping to the same sewer, right? Doing whatever they got to do. I don't care. Get outside. Go talk to your neighbor. Go grab everybody in your family. Text them right now and say, hey, if you're not registered to vote, here's the link. Go register to vote. Register right now. If it doesn't work, let me know. We're going to go to City Hall and we're going to figure it out.
Yeah, it's easy.
So-
It's really easy.
It's not hard. This is a 3-minute process.
Right.
3 minutes in your life could change your future for the next 10 years.
Mhm.
Help me help you.
Okay.
Help me help you. Right, Tom Cruise, right?
Tom Cruise. Well, you know what? Hey, check this out. Check this out.
I'm
my
checking.
wife and I, my wife and I, my son, we're gonna need a ride to the polls. I just want to let you know that.
Okay. Too easy.
All right.
I'm gonna, when I'm in office, I'm going to push for elections all to be off for school as well. All elections, prelims, whatever it may be, right? You should not be in school during that. People should not be coming into school buildings while kids are in school. That's not a thing either. All that stuff should be off. Like I don't care. Like I think everybody should take a day off. I think businesses shouldn't even be open on that day.
Yep.
And
Why can't they
if
do it
you
on a
want,
Saturday or Sunday?
if you want credit for that day, you have to go and prove that you voted.
Well,
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, if people wanted to get paid for that day, and you prove that you voted, and you want to get paid for that day, that's a way that businesses get a tax break for a minute. That's the way that businesses get whatever, something from the city. Hey, if you're willing to pay your employees for the day for elections, that they go and they prove that they voted. Right? They show whatever. They bring in a ballot, whatever. That's all right. I see how it is, Linda. Thank you. All right. I thought we were
Yeah.
friends.
Hey, Linda.
But
Boomer says he sees it how it is. He wants one. He says he's been
But-
eating the Twix and whatever, something else, I guess.
I'm eating Cheetos right now, actually, if you really want to know. So
He's-
I'm
This is not
I'm on my-
something that will have to be the replicators.
It's all right. If I don't see a piece of cake on the 6th floor on November 5th, we're gonna have a problem.
Uh-oh. We're gonna get a cake. No, but
No, please, I'm good. The last
No.
thing I need is more cake.
no, you know what it is.
But seriously,
Our-
like if they have that and elections are open, David, right? We have election day off. You want to get credit, or there's some kind of incentive that shows that everybody got up and voted for your business or your company. Hey, maybe the city does something for your business or whatever it may be. I don't know, something. We'll figure it out. But elections matter. And if you want to get people involved, incentivize them. Incentivize them by, you know what? It's civic duty, yes. You shouldn't have to be incentivized, but just like teachers are supposed to teach, but why shouldn't they be rewarded and taken care of for being good teachers, right? Of course they should. It's the same thing, right? You have to
Yep.
you have to take care of people and get back to showing people that they matter and what they do does matter and doesn't go unnoticed, and you do care. And voting should be a big part of that. I think elections should be a big part of that.
Well, our election, Ward 5, right? Our election, Ward 5, is way up on Eastern Avenue over a bridge, like overpath, like Linda.
On Eastern Avenue?
Yeah, where's our electric? Our
The St. Desert Community Center on Eastern Avenue.
it's Saint Anthony's, right?
Northeastern Avenue.
Northeastern Avenue, Saint Anthony's Church.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard for Linda to get up there because of her knees and stuff and things that
Yep.
you know. Yes, so because of her knees and stuff, so it's hard for her to get up there. So
The knee and the right is messed up. The Achilles tendon and the left is messed up.
yeah, so I've been.
Listen, we will get you a ride to the polls in the morning. After I'm done with all the kids and getting that stuff done, breakfast, schools, whatever we have. I don't even know if schools are even open for that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they are, but I don't know. We might have them take it off anyway because they shouldn't. But I will make sure that you guys have a ride to the polls.
Yeah, even if it's Linda and Jake going to the polls, because if I have to work on that day on election day, I can use my e-bike to go up that way.
Tuesday, you don't work Tuesdays, my dear.
Huh?
You don't work Tuesdays.
Oh, that's right. I don't work Tuesdays. That's right.
See that?
All right.
That's why you keep her around, so you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know what I'm doing. Yes. Though, but but I but I want to get up to the polls and I want to vote. And then something when you're mayor of the city of Fall River, maybe you can get that brought back down here again, so that way we can vote. We can just like walk across the street and
It
vote
doesn't
again.
make any sense why you're not at any of like at Baresi or something. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So we used to have it. Where Mario's the convenience store is on Pleasant Street here.
Yep.
It was at the high rise on Cookish End Street. But the mayor and city council took that out of there and brought it all the way up there.
Well, I understand with like costs and stuff, right? If you got to have more police officers, you got to have more, more people at the polls. So I understand if it's a funding thing. Look at all the precincts he brought to BCC, right? I don't like it, but I mean, if it's a cost thing to the taxpayers and saving them money, I'm okay with it. I am okay with it, but we have to probably look at those lines a little better, I think.
Yes, because it's way too far, and
If you have 86 people voting at Baresi in a whole day, you know what? We can probably bring in a few hundred more, so we'll be okay.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it. But
Yep.
yeah,
So,
I'd have to look at the reasoning behind it. Do I think he did anything to save money? I don't, but
Yeah.
I don't even think he knows what saving money actually
So
requires.
saving
but-
money, so it didn't save me any money. it just made it more harder for me and my family to go up there and vote.
So he did
No.
exactly what he always does: cost you more money. Perfect.
That's what he did. So, I mean, that's why I said when you become mayor of the city of Fall River, maybe you can, try to bring
Oh,
that back down his.
I would absolutely work with Ryan Lyons and his election office. They have a great team up there. I would absolutely work with them and try to do what's best for the city as a whole and what he recommends. He's very intelligent. He's actually a very good guy, very intelligent. I would absolutely work with him and see what he recommends and what he thinks is best and how to do do what's best for the whole city. And that's it, and maybe we just let him come to a meeting and explain why this is best or this is best, and the people can hear it and they can see why it has to be the way it is. Because maybe he has a great reason, but nobody ever hears him out because he's not involved, right?
Yeah.
The mayor just changes things and says, "Screw you, we don't care. We're going to do what we want," and that's not okay because now the elections office takes the heat for that, and it's just I don't think that's right.
Yes. Well, the
We'll see.
the election office does take the heat for a lot of things. So again, if
Yeah,
anybody
but
else,
they shouldn't. They're great people.
yeah. So if anybody has any any questions, feel free to come on and ask them questions.
It's a Friday night,
Just
David. They're all out. Everybody's
probably all
partying, buddy.
Yeah, but yes, he is. So, but I couldn't do it Thursday because I was on for 2 hours with you and Annalisa, So and this is why
Oh,
I did one tonight.
you
So
poor thing. I feel so bad for you.
thank you. Well,
How do you think
want me
we
to
feel? We're on here too,
Yeah, I know. That's all right. Well, because I had work in the morning that time too, so I still
Yeah,
have
no, you're
work
good.
tomorrow. So, but
Me too. Sign holding, 12-2.
So 12-2.
My fundraiser is the 17th. I
Yeah.
sold 60 tickets today.
Yeah.
My brother and his friends did a big group thing and sold 60 tickets today. So that was
Yeah.
good. And we probably already sold about 125 tickets all total right now. So
It's gonna be a
another
party.
another 100 tickets would be fantastic.
It's gonna
Another
be a
100
party.
tickets. So
Yep.
so get out there and get out there, buy tickets off of Boomer, $40. Get to eat chow mein.
You won't be disappointed with what you get for your money. I promise you that.
He's
You
got
will not be, and I'm not even talking about the food. I'm talking about the donation and where it's going to go. You
Yeah.
will not be disappointed with the plans that we have and where it's going to go.
So get out there and and buy some tickets from
And the
for
DJ. Don't forget the music.
But there is a DJ.
There's a DJ. There's a bunch of different options of Chinese food. There's a DJ. There's I think my daughter's going to perform a song or two. I'm trying to get her to bring a couple of friends so they can kind of sing and have some fun. Maybe even have some karaoke there. I don't care. Whatever people want to do, I'm there for fun, right? But seriously, like where the donation money is going, obviously, signs are expensive. Obviously, all the stuff that I'm doing is expensive. But when you see what's coming, and I can get it on more places with the more I have. When you see what's coming, you won't be disappointed. You'll understand exactly why I'm running against this person.
Yeah. Hey, would you continue on holding block parties too?
I'm not against it. Why wouldn't I?
I love music.
I think every community should have their own gatherings. Remember how we used to do it? St. Anthony's had their fees. This one had their fees. Everybody had their fees. I love that. Like every community had their own, and that's
Yeah.
okay. And then you have the main one at Kennedy Park and whatever. Like I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh.
But you look at Fall River Celebrates America. Why not have a whole cultural fest? It's Fall River Celebrates America, but you got Cambodian cuisine here, you got Portuguese cuisine here, Puerto Rican cuisine here, whatever, Guatemalan cuisine here. Show America. That's everybody, right? Everybody's here.
But
Let's go.
I want to. I may ask the Fice and Savings Bank, and see if they want to one day sponsor Fall River Celebrates America again, because that's my bank and that's what they did. And I may want to. I'm gonna.
You think they all would want to be? You think they'd all want to be a part of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but Bank 5, be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So that way everybody, so everybody can have fun too as well. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
So we got all these cultures in here. Why not have more cultures in here like ours? Okay, Fall River Celebrates America. Fall River Celebrates America means to me that, and to my kid and to my grandkids, that it means to them that they want to go down there and have fun. They want to go down there, buy tickets. They want to go down there. They want to scramble it.
People need to know that they can afford to have fun again, right? And that's the goal first. If I can make it so people can afford to breathe a little bit and have fun again, then we can do things like that, and it'll be fun, right? Nobody's going there in a bad mood and stressed out or looking to fight or all the nonsense, right? Like, we're looking to just have fun and live and get along again. Everybody's so angry all the time. Everybody's so against everybody all the time because they're miserable. They're broke. They're miserable. They're working lives away. They don't have the ability to just be happy anymore because they're so focused on all of the nonsense that gets thrown at them every day. While these select few walk around multimillionaires and laugh at everybody that they're taking it from.
It's ridiculous already.
You know,
I mean,
there's no way that you're making $120,000, $150,000, $174,000 a year and you're worth 20, 30, 40, 50. Elizabeth Warren's worth like $270 million or some crap. There's just no way. And people are still voting for them like they're on their side. These people don't care about you. They don't care about us.
We also
they're so far out of the real world. They will never understand what it's like to be you.
Do you know that we almost had a casino here at one point?
Yeah.
Know why we didn't have it? Okay. When Flanagan was mayor, right? I'm just gonna say this. I was at the I was at the city hall when everybody was there when he was talking about it. And he says how many people want the casino here in the city of Fall River? We all raised our hand, right? We all raised our hand. He looked around. He goes, "Wow!" He said, "That's pretty good." And now we brought it to the city council. Okay, Linda Pereira.
I was there.
Linda was there at the time. Okay, Linda was there at the time, and Linda Pereira pulled out a map. Hold on, Linda Pereira pulled out a map. Okay. She had 11, I think it was 11-year-old, look at the map and say, "Oh, why should we have a casino here? And when there's all going to be criminals and all kinds of what we call it, sex offenders or whatever, you know what I'm saying, in there." So I'm looking. So
why would we put him in a casino where we can just keep him in our school system? It's weird.
Yeah. So, but I was wondering, would you ever consider, okay, talking about just to even having a discussion a bit, okay, about a casino here, because we have room for here in Fall River. We have room for
lots of things, David. Lots of things.
For it. So
unfortunately, we preserve it for the wrong people.
Yeah. So we have one in Tiverton. That's not doing us any good. That's not making us any money. So why don't we have a discussion about a casino?
Well, here's the problem now, right? With Tiverton, like when it was in Foxwoods, right? When it was in Connecticut, when it was in those places, bringing one here would have been great because now it's closer, local, right? It's good. Now you got one right in Tiverton. I don't know that it would be as productive as it would have been if we had just taken it at first, right? So we would have to look at that, right? How productive is it for Tiverton? Do I want one? Would I love one? Yeah, I could care less. I don't mind it at all. I think it would bring infrastructure. I think we could get more police officers paid for because of that. There's so much good that could come from that. That the good definitely outweighs the bad. So in my mind, yes, I wouldn't have minded one. Absolutely. I actually wanted it when they were proposing it.
So
listen, I'm open to all businesses that are going to bring and generate actual income, right? It just it needs to make sense. As far as land, we have it. I'm not worried about the land and stuff like that. We have it. If the water department could steal 30% of our waterfront, which is a problem for me, we're gonna fix. Then trust me, we have land to bring in business, actual business that pays taxes. So I think the casino would have fixed a large majority of our problems and also would have covered the cost of the full fire police deficit that was there, right? The delta that we had in manpower and money for both of them. I think they would. I think we could have convinced them to pay the difference on that. I think so. So yeah, I would have been all for it. I just don't know that I'd be all for it right now. I don't know how productive it would be with one right across the line.
Well, I mean, because even though we got one in Tiverton, but I mean, it's benefiting Tiverton, but it's also not it's not benefiting Fall River.
But then
Correct.
they was too close together, David.
But what I'm
Too
saying
close,
is,
right? It's not like Dunkin' Donuts where you can put a Dunkin' on this side of the street, a Dunkin' on the other side of the street, and they're both going to sell millions of dollars worth of stuff every day, right? This
Yeah.
is a casino. Like
We're
that. That's a
talking about a
large
casino.
You're talking about a casino. It doesn't work the same way, right?
Yeah.
So that's not an in and out thing. That's a place where people want to go, people want to hang out, people want to stay, hotel, whatever it may be, gamble, do those things. Why come to Massachusetts where it's going to cost them more money in winnings than they can go right over the line to Rhode Island and it doesn't bother them?
Yeah, but I mean,
You got to remember, Massachusetts is going to take more from you than Rhode Island, right?
yeah,
So,
but
you're already at a loss with just being in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And then you have one right across the street that doesn't have to deal with any of that stuff, and the regulations aren't so bad, the red tape's not so bad, and they get to keep more of their money. So
Yeah.
you got to look at. There's a lot more than just a place to go and a place to hang out. There's a lot more to it than that. The average person is going to look at like, well, if I go gamble here, I'm going to spend 5% more, 10% more just because it's Massachusetts. It just doesn't, it doesn't add up.
no.
And especially if it's right up the street. If it was Connecticut, I think we'd be okay. Like if it was like Foxwoods and all that stuff, I think we'd be okay. Even Twin River, right? Even right up the street over there, I think we'd still be okay if we had one here. But having one right in Tiverton, I don't think it's going to be conducive to real growth in the city anymore. That's just my opinion. I could 110% be wrong. It's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
But would you actually do?
I'd be
your
open to
research?
listen to anything. I'd be open to listen to anything. I don't care. You want to open a strip club? Okay, show me how it's going to pay for the people. You know what I mean? I don't care. Like, show me how it's going to pay taxes and be safe for our people. You want to open a country line dance place? I don't care. Open something. Like, come bring whatever you want. Bring the ideas. Ideas aren't all going to be great, but
No.
ideas are what make this country great. Bring those ideas. The atomic bomb was an idea, right? May have been an accident, but it was an idea. The thing, there are great things that have happened, right? It's just you have to present it well, and you have to show. If anybody can show me how it's going to benefit the masses, that's my only goal. That's my only goal. I don't need a 14th McDonald's. Bring something to me, bring something to the table that's going to help the people, be good for our people, bring jobs, bring income, bring fun and activity, something. If it's going to bring entertainment, if it's going to bring real world good to Fall River, I'm all for it. I am all for it. Nothing is off limits. Nothing. Except market rate housing. I'm fully against market rate housing. Can I stop them from doing it? No. Will I stop them from doing it? No. But will I give them a tip for it? Probably not. That's the reality, right? I can't stop investors from investing. It's your money. Do what you got to do. But you're going to pay taxes on it. You're going to help this city do what it does. If all these places that have market rate housing right now that got all these TIFs, we would not have half the budget we have right now. We would not be in debt. We would not have a deficit in the fire department. We would be perfectly fine. But those select millionaires are still millionaires today, and making millions and millions of dollars every freaking year at our expense. And it
Yeah.
needs to stop. And I'm a Republican. I'm a conservative. Like, I'm all for it.
I'm a Republican.
I
I'm a
have no
conservative,
problem.
so-
I have no problem with free enterprise. Do what you got to do, but pay what you're supposed to pay, like everyone else. Oh well, they put up their money to invest. That's a risk. Yep, that's why it's called a risk.
Yep.
I put my life on the line for 19 years. Guess what? That's a risk. I didn't make millions of dollars off the taxpayers to do it. Well, I guess I kind of did,
And,
but that's not the point. Somebody had to pay me. But
Well, yeah,
it's,
but
it's
you.
the point, right? Like, come on.
Yeah,
This is
you,
common sense stuff. That You can word it however they want.
Yeah.
It's not factual. It is not going to benefit the city in any way, shape, or form. We're looking at like 6,200 more units or some shit that the state wants because it's MBTA. Great. Of those 6,200 units, I'm all for some market rate ones. That's fine. But you're not getting them for free. But what I am for is every single homeowner that has the room to build first to be able to build first.
I think
That's
Linda
it.
wants to say something.
Go
Go
for it.
ahead, Linda. Go ahead, Linda. You want to say something?
Is she mad at me because I didn't want to have a casino? I'm sorry, Linda.
It's only playing with you. So, you got any questions for Boomer? On some, because it's I've been asking everybody else to leave questions, but
I think they're all done for the day. It's Friday night, David. You're interrupting
Yeah.
people's Friday nights.
yeah, well, that's
But
it.
that's all right.
Mine.
But I gotta go. I'm already 20 minutes longer than I said I was gonna be again. 25.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Good, thank you. Hey, you're the longest. You're the
No.
longest on my. You're the longest on my show.
He hit it out of the park at Spindle City Straight Talk tonight.
Yeah,
Good.
that's what
I
you
hope
wanted
so.
to say, and you did.
You know what? And I did say that I wasn't gonna go on there and I wasn't gonna do anything after everything that, me and CJ did some back and forth and it was ongoing for a little bit. And I had to understand that he was getting one side of the story and I really wasn't giving him my side. And we can agree to disagree on a lot of things, but I think it had to be done. We all had to face it and get it out of the way. Because I do believe that all three of us are on the same page. We have the same goals. It's not about who's smarter and who's what is what. It's a matter of we have one common goal. We have one common enemy in a sense, right? Like the person who just doesn't care about this city, and we have to make it work. We all have to figure it out and get along and and do what needs to be done for the greater good, basically.
Yeah.
And I do believe that CJ and Chip do want that.
And
And
I do. I
had to eat my pride a little bit as well, right? We all did, to just kind of, okay, let's get through this and make sure that this is real and worth it. And I think they're on board with that. I think I'm on board with that. And hopefully we can build on it, right? We got all the bad out of the way. Let's see if we can get some good out of the way. So I'm glad I went on. I'm glad they had me on. It was a very good interview. It was very cordial. There was some great questions from everybody, even the viewers. So hopefully the viewers can see it and we can move on and move forward. And it generates enough to get rid of these people.
Yeah.
What I would love to see on November 4th is I'd love to see Fall River set a whole new record for people voting, for people coming out and finally showing up. That's what I'd love to see. Set the tone and show them you're not afraid anymore. Show them they don't own you anymore. Show them that you are in control, that this is your city. We are running for mayor. It's not me. We.
We are.
City Hall is ours. City Hall is your building. That office on the 6th floor belongs to you. It belongs to the taxpayers.
So
Yes,
you
I
mean
have to
tell-
work. I have to work in it, but it's our office. Let's
So you
go
mean-
make it work for the people.
So you mean to tell me I can walk into the office anytime I want? You said
I
it
mean, when
belongs
City
to
Hall's
us.
open, if you break in after hours, that's on you. But I mean, while it's there,
No, I'm not.
I mean,
no,
if I'm in a meeting that you're not privy to, I would say just wait outside for a minute. But yeah, I mean, that's the reality of City Hall, right? They are there for the people,
That's true. Yep.
and we need to get back to that. We need to get back to that relationship. When you go in your bank and it's like, hey, how are you today, Dave? How's
Yeah.
everything been? How's Linda? That's what City Hall used to be. That's what
Yeah.
City Hall needs to get back to.
We gotta get
City
back
Hall
to
needs to be
that.
we absolutely can. And I refuse to believe that we can't get back to that. I refuse
Yeah,
that we
got
can't.
to. We got to get
We
back to it.
absolutely can. Because one, the people are going to appreciate what you do for them for a change. You're going to appreciate your job because your days are much better because people aren't coming in bitching at you all day long because everybody wants to come in and just be taken care of. That's our job, to take care of the people in the city. And unfortunately, sometimes that requires people to pay a ticket because they did something foolish or whatever it is. Hey, maybe there's chances. Maybe there's a clemency. Maybe there's a one chance deal for everybody. Does it suck for money for the city? Sure, but we shouldn't be raping the taxpayers for money anyway.
That is true.
We
Yep.
should be finding better ways to earn our money in the city, and that means cleaning it up, doing the right thing by the taxpayers, by our children, and doing the right thing by our businesses so we can bring in more business.
Yep.
People will have to want to come here. Right now, more people want to leave here than anybody wants to come here. Oh, we just increased it. We just increased our schools by 1,000 people. Yes, I guarantee you 99% of them are illegals. I guarantee
They
it.
are illegals. Of course
I
they are.
guarantee it. And
I have
unfortunately,
no
as mean as it is
doubt.
to say, I guarantee you that's not just the average people moving here to come here. Are there some? Yeah, of course, because the cost of living here is cheaper than Boston. Not by much, but it's definitely cheaper. And yes, they're being forced to come here. But you think you're getting the cream of the crop from these people? You're not.
LLC.
What do you want?
There's a pot building.
Oh, go ahead.
There's a pot building, not apartment, that I hear is owned by foreign LLC.
Okay. Good. Just go. You could say something, Linda.
Apparently, there's an apartment building around here that's owned by foreign limited liability company.
There's an LLC that owns the apartment building over there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. There's a lot of them. Well, I mean, the LLCs are for the protection of the investor, right? So if something happens, so they don't shovel their driveway or their walkway and you fall, you can't sue that person, right? You can only go after the LLC and then it's limited. And so it's all protection stuff. I tell you right now, I teach my kids about LLCs and
Now, this is a
S corps and everything else because I want them to protect themselves.
Yep. There is an LLC over here.
Yep. No, yep, there's a lot of them. You'll find that a lot of them own all the multifamilies.
This owned by a foreign offshore LLC.
An offshore
Foreign.
one?
Yeah.
I believe it. Chinese have come in and bought up tons of land, tons of waterfront properties, right? There's a reason for that, right? Very
Yeah.
dangerous to have people buying up everything near the water, right? What would their reason be? What's the number one resource that you just can't make more of? Right? So if they own it, they're overpopulated too, right? Now we're shipping water back, and there's a lot of issues with that. You shouldn't be allowed to buy natural resource stuff here. I don't care where you're from. It's America. This is our stuff. We should be the only ones owning the water, dealing with the water, doing that stuff. I don't care what anybody says. Look at however you want. Oh, he's racist. No, he's not. I can give two shits. I don't care who it is. I didn't say you. I didn't say you couldn't be a Chinese American, that you were born here and this is home. I'm just saying you can't come from another country and buy it. That's it. And that's how I look at it. So
Yeah.
water is, people out here buying $200,000 cars for a living, and every week they're buying something new, stuff like that, and they don't realize that the second you run out of water, you don't have access to water, you're dead in 30 days anyway. So, well, 3
Yeah.
days really, but you're dead in a couple of days. So
Yeah.
good luck with your Lamborghini, but you're dead. So there's that. And that's how I look at it. So people just have priorities in the wrong place. And I'm hoping part of the education system is going to start teaching a lot of that, right? Teaching what's really important. These kids showing up with the, $400, $500, $600 sneakers. Yeah, that looks great. That looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But you have to move again because you're not paying your rent because you can't afford that. That's the stuff we got to teach, right?
Yeah.
So
I have one more question. I have one more question after what you were going to say. What was you going to say?
go ahead. What do you got? That's all right. Go ahead.
Okay.
What you got?
All right. So I still is more on the bus station with the problems that we have over there.
Yeah.
And what are we gonna do with the? Are we gonna keep the security guards there, or we're gonna put SROs there or police officers or whatever? Because it's still a problem over there. Police officers are still going there as we speak.
I wish you go back to the old system, David.
Huh?
I wish you go back to the old system.
We need to go back to the old system.
Do you know what that old system was?
Explain that to me.
Under the old system, when I was a student at Durfee, the buses would pick you up in your neighborhood. The special trip buses get you in your neighborhood, bring you direct to Durfee. In the afternoon, you hopped on your bus to go back home, or your after school job, or your after school job was. Sometimes I sneak my skates and my walker and go to Kennedy Park and ski on a good cold day before I went home.
Yeah, take these.
Okay.
Put them on.
Okay. So instead of bringing you back to the bus terminal, they would bring you
When
to
I was
like
a
your
student,
neighborhood.
when I was a student, the bus was earmarked for this. Okay, this bus Stafford Road, out of the Stafford Road area, but it could also get. My home was between Stafford Road and the Plymouth Avenue on the corner of Garfield and Slade with my aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
I could either get the number 5 with number 5 and number 3 bus home. Yes, it was crowded, but the good thing is that there were a bunch of kids crowding the public transit terminal in afternoons. You got right home. If you had this late bus which go to the terminal, you did transfer for that. Yes, you could use that if you want to buy a ticket, buy tickets or whatever.
Okay.
But it prevented the problem we have now. Now they're saying because of contract we can't do that option.
I don't know what the contract would be that stops them from having different bus stops. That doesn't make sense to me, but I'd have to look deeper, obviously. It's not something that I've actually
prevent that problem.
looked into for sure.
It would definitely nip that problem right in the bud.
Well, that's good. And again, this is stuff that I don't know, right? That I would have to be able to talk to them about. Be like, hey, can we go back to this, or can we at least implement this somehow, some way on just the major portions of the city and still do this? I mean, it'd be up to them. Obviously, we'd have to figure out a better way, but if not, maybe they got to chip in and they got to pay for the detail that's at the bus terminal. I don't know. We got to figure something out. I don't want to take from them. I don't want to take from anybody. I don't want to add more cost to businesses,
Of
right?
course not. I get that.
When they're providing a free service for the people, right?
Yes.
Let's be real. CERTA is definitely going above and beyond to make it free. So we don't want
Much
to
so. And now Gatcha's
tell them like, hey, you got to pay for this now, right? But I do believe security portion there is going to be easy to fix once we help work with the police department to be fully that full capacity with police officers and do what we need to do, and we work on the contract a little bit with them. Quiet, please. Thank you. Sorry, my dog's whining. So I think that problem will fix itself, but maybe we have a better live camera service there for the police to identify who's who and what's going on, and we got to start holding people accountable for their actions. When people know the cops are watching, or we put a depot there, or we still have the same amount of cops on duty, but that's the depot and it's near the bus terminal. Why not? That's not bad. That's not a bad way to do it if it's a high crime area, which it's in a high crime area anyway, so it can't hurt them. So it might be something to look into. There's different options. We'd have to see. I'd have to talk to the police department, see what where the issues are, what the issues are, what the calls are like, right? It took over 800 calls to get people to get the rail trail cleaned up. You know what I mean? Are we going to wait for 1,000 calls to clean up the bus terminal section? I hope not. So that's definitely something I would look into.
Definitely.
No, absolutely. But,
You want the people. You want the elders, the people going back and forth to work, going to the doctors. You want the mothers of the young children feeling that they're secure and safe when they're waiting for the transportation.
At all times, no matter where they are. I'm a single dad of 3 daughters. Trust me, I agree. Even my boys, I don't want them having to fight everywhere they go because there's kids around that they're just angry or just want to fight or just think they're cool or gangs or whatever it is. I don't want that. So
I told my oldest child, I said, look, don't go start the fight, avoid it if you can, but if you gotta finish it, make it count.
I agree. I
And,
agree.
if you defend yourself, I'm not gonna punish you.
Nope, not even a little bit.
Nope, not at all.
My kids know. They stand up
I
for
think-
themselves. They protect themselves. They protect each other at all costs. Doesn't matter.
I think the current system always serves to protect the troublemakers, because
I think it serves to protect their image and the falsehoods of the numbers of the crimes and all that stuff. Got to remember, if the police show up and put a crime in the system, the crime rate goes up, right? They try to avoid that at all costs. You go to New Bedford, you get into a car accident. Not only does a cop show up, right, immediately, there's no excuse. They show up, they take a report. You get the report number at the scene, and they'll tell you when it'll be ready.
as it should be.
You call the police here for a car accident. My brother got into an accident probably a month and a half ago. The cop never even did a police report. It took 3 to 4 weeks to get a police report. Then the cop went on vacation. The other cops are saying, "Oh, he never does," and so this is a known problem. So that's the issue, right? So we're looking at New Bedford was never even close to us. Now New Bedford is surpassing us because they're actually doing what needs to be done for the city as a whole. Yeah, they're dealing with their issues. They're dealing with some contract stuff. Yeah, sure, I got that. That's every city. But trash removal is cheaper, costs are cheaper, budget's cheaper, crime is lower. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing to ourselves?
But let's look at it this way, Boomer. New Bedford is acknowledging that the problem exists.
Correct. And they're doing something about it.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yep. Not only are they acknowledging it, they're actually doing something about it. So there's a lot to work on for sure, and I'm gonna definitely look into it all. But we got to organize it. We got to get in office first, and that's the big thing, right? We need everybody out voting, everybody out doing their job, and if we can't do that, I can talk until I'm blue in the face and try to say, "Hey, all these plans are going to be done," but maybe it'll be the next guy that gets it done because I don't even get elected. Who knows? But I know for a fact that every plan that I have, this man won't take serious. Because this man doesn't want to lose a single tax dollar to actually fixing the problem. He's not going to do it.
No.
He'll do it temporarily for now, just like he just did with the firefighters, right? Oh, here's some temporary money for now, just to get you to vote for me through elections, and then come November 5th, we're going right back to I don't care. We're going to figure it out, and we're going to get paid over the next 2 years. We're going to sell out your waterfront, and it's not my problem anymore. That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
Jake is
coming.
Jake is talking to James.
Yep. So yeah.
All right. Well,
okay.
Thanks for having me on. I think
you're welcome. Like I said, you're welcome to
been
come
on
back
shows for
again.
3.5 hours today between both shows. So I think I'm done for the day.
Yep.
No,
3.5
you guys
hours.
have a great night. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Yep. You too.
Good night. Have a good
And
night.
don't forget, I will absolutely help you guys get to the polls. Now
Okay.
there's a comment, really, as I'm getting off. There's a comment.
You and the kids have a good evening.
No, that was mine.
Oh, okay. I'm like, geez.
That was
They wait till now.
Well, no, it was me, but it was me. I post because I have I have kick.com, so you're on 3 different platforms. So
Not a problem, buddy.
So
Yeah,
I put
listen,
out there.
reach away, buddy.
I said, get out. I said, get out, vote on November. Vote for Boomer for mayor.
Awesome. All right, guys. Have a good night. Appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon.
Good night to y'all.
Good night. Yep. Let's see how we work this.
And Lee's still on. You want to move?
Yeah. I don't know what Dave wants to do.
Well, I want to talk about a few things, and then I'm going to hang up. So
okay.
So so Linda's on. And Linda's here with me, and
crazy making good dinner.
And we just wanted to discuss a little bit. I want to discuss a little bit, and then we'll resume back to Thursday again. So this was only temporarily for now. So
Dave was really tired last night. I could see it.
Yes,
I
'cause
couldn't
was-
believe. I can't believe that he came back. I can't believe that he came back after doing Straight Talk.
Yeah,
I wasn't
he did.
expecting
Just
him
got
to.
a heating system installed here.
That's because I sent them the link. That's why he said, once I send him the link, he'll come right on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, but I, hoping that people get out there and vote November 4th. Vote for Boomer Amaral for mayor. He's selling tickets, $40. He's gonna have. He's got a band going. He's got a band going. He's got DJs going. Whatever you want for $40.
And he's doing a sign tomorrow. What is it? 12 to 2.
Hey.
He's gonna have what?
Yeah, he's
what's he
doing.
gonna
He's also doing a sign. He's also doing a sign holding tomorrow at 12. He's doing a sign.
Did he say
holding
where
tomorrow.
he's gonna be?
I didn't. Man, I gotta figure out where he's. Let me. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna message him.
So you should be at events on Facebook. Can I check?
Yeah.
Look at Facebook
But,
events page.
look at his Facebook page and
I'm gonna check
see.
it. Let him have some time with his children. Let him have his privacy.
Yeah, so he's got to have some time. Yes.
And we're gonna leave his brother in peace.
Right.
His kids need his attention as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, the tickets are $40. For you guys, it's for you guys to have a good time. So get out there and ask them, message them, buy some tickets.
He handled it very well
Yes.
on the show on Pilsen City Trade Talk last night.
Yeah. Well, he also handled Boomer handled it very well today too. So on Spindle City Straight Talk, and Boomer was right to the point. What was going on? He didn't sugarcoat it. He came right out with it and said it for what it was, right? Annalisa?
Yeah, you know what? You just at this point, I know people are like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What about this? What about that? What are you gonna?" It's like he doesn't. He's gonna give you the answer as best as he can right now, but you have to give him a chance. You gotta get him in there, and then you gotta let him do what he's gotta do, so that you guys in the city get what you want.
Yeah. And that's what we're trying to do. We're pushing him in.
Yeah, he's gonna be working for you guys. So he's thinking about what he wants to do. I think he has plans, what he wants to do, and now it's just get him in and see what happens.
That's what we want to do. We want to give him a chance to
Right.
push him in and to see what he does. You know what I'm saying?
It can't get any worse
No.
than what Coogan is doing right now.
What we got in there right now.
Yeah, if Coogan gets back in, it's going to get worse. If you can get Amaral in there, he's going to stop it.
Yes.
He's going to stop it and figure out what to do when he sees what a mess it is.
Yes.
It's a mess.
And
It's
plus,
a
we want to bring now we want to bring. We also talked about bringing a body like Republican Party into this city election now. You know what I'm saying? So so that way, like say Republican like us have a Republican have a Republican like say not how we have it in the presidential Republicans and Democrats and all that stuff, all that good stuff. But we want to bring that all into the city election.
Yeah, the mayor doesn't have right. The mayor does not have to disclose what party he's in.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
we
think
want to.
they all should though. We should all know what party they're designated in.
So that's why we all want to we all want to put that, we all want to make try to make a party out of that. You know what I'm saying? So so that way we know who's running, whether if you're a Democrat or a Republican. So we want to bring that into the city election. You know what I'm saying? We do.
Actually, that fundraiser for Boomer is a week from today. It's a week
Yeah.
from today.
Yes. So he's got a fundraiser going, $40. Buy a ticket, message him if you want a ticket for $40. So
And it has food and music.
it has food, it has music, possible DJ. Go. I mean, just
There
go
is
and have fun. You know what I'm saying? It's at the Liberal Club. It's at the Liberal Club in Fall River. What is it? The 17th, October 17th.
a week from today, Dave.
Yeah, a week from today, October 17th, week from today. He's got a sign holding tomorrow at 12 o'clock. So did he say where?
I don't think so.
Well, what do you mean, honey?
Yeah, he's got a.
You can ask him tomorrow. You can ask him tomorrow.
Oh, the event's the Liberal Club, actually, Friday, October 17th.
Yeah, October 17th for that one. I think, yeah, he has a.
Let's see.
He has a sign holding every Saturday, right? Isn't that what he said? Every Saturday?
Yeah.
And election day as well.
Yeah. He said it was from 12 to 2.
Yeah, but I don't know where it is though.
Yeah, no, I didn't ask him that. But message, well, guys can go out there and message Boomer, message him and find out what a sign holding is, and go out there and help him hold signs. The more people, the more the merrier. You know what I'm saying? We can get this guy.
Standing, I think we did that too. We would just stand someplace, for like an hour or whatever, and wave at the cars that come by and talk to people. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah. So so if he's got $40 for the ticket. So get out there and go have some fun, man. Vote for Boomer in November 4th. What do you got to lose? You got to, give the guy a chance. You know what I'm saying? Things cannot get any worse, right?
No. If he gets in, if Emerald gets in, he's gonna stop it from getting worse and try to fix. I guess it's just a lot to do. I guess he's just gonna have to prioritize.
Yeah.
Which is more important? I don't know what that is. I think it's the firemen and police, maybe.
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just went down. The cake went down the wrong pipe.
Right.
You're right.
Do you have anything that you want to talk about? Because I have to work tomorrow morning. So.
Well, let me see. President Trump did not get the Nobel Peace Prize.
Why?
Well, I don't know.
I saw that.
Yeah, a Venezuelan woman got it. But she dedicated it to the Venezuelan people and President Trump.
Oh.
Now that's a Black Forest cake from Aldi.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was nice.
So he didn't get it. The woman from Venezuela got it.
Yeah, she was speaking out against that government because that government is all corrupt. So,
yeah.
I did a live on Venezuela. So.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go to the kitchen.
What do you want?
Head to the kitchen. I'll see.
Okay. Well, the cake was good. I liked the cake. It was delicious.
That's a Black Forest cake from the Aldi Deutsche Küchlein German kitchen.
What is a black chocolate cake? What is that? Chocolate cake? It's a chocolate cake. The Black Forest chocolate cake.
Yeah, it's a Deutsch.
It's an Aldi exclusive. It's a line of product called Deutsche Kusch, which is authentic German food.
I don't think I've ever had that.
It's good though. I just had some just now.
Yeah, I never had. When I go grocery shopping, I never see that kind of cake. Like I never see that.
You gotta go to Aldi's, you'll find it there.
So
Yeah.
it's exclusive to Aldi.
Oh,
Huh?
okay.
It's exclusive
Yeah,
to sold
you
at
have an Aldi's up there, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's kind of far away though.
Can't
But
get
yeah, they
anywhere
have it.
else.
Yeah, but if you go to if you just take the time and go there and see, and let me tell you something, and you know it's good. It is. It's really good, and I'll tell you, I could never have enough of it. I could want like maybe another
Desserts
3
are
or 4
good.
pieces.
Desserts are good, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
You know,
Yes.
I did a live early this morning because there's a caravan in Palestine. Like they have a live camera
Yeah.
in central Gaza, so they were showing a caravan of people moving in one direction. And it's like, are they leaving or are they going back? Like, what's going on?
Mm.
So then there was an article about it. And so
Yeah.
these people were going back to the city, the Gaza city, north. They were going north. So they were going back because of the ceasefire
Yeah.
and the hostages that are going to be released next week.
Yeah.
So I thought that was good that that's happening, right? That there's
Yeah.
a ceasefire.
Yeah. I thought it was good too. Yeah, ceasefire. That's good. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
that is excellent. And you know, well, at least we have some good news. You know, that's happening.
At least
right
that
now.
stopped. That war has
Yeah.
been going on for 2 years already.
Yeah. We need to get the president of Israel out of there, because he's
I wish.
yeah, I know, get
I
him
wish
out of
we
there.
would stop.
I
I
mean,
wish we would stop sending money over there.
Yeah. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. Israel, I feel bad for the people over there, but it's really the president, though. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you
The
feel
prime
bad for the
minister.
people? Why do you feel bad?
Well, because we got our people over there. American people go over there and to Israel a lot. You know what I'm saying? And and if we can stop giving money over there, and just tell the people not to go there no more, then it would be actually nice. The prime minister over there, I think he's power mad, and he just don't want to stop. He just don't want to stop. Having wars with Ukraine, Russia, and and he wants to keep this stuff going. And
Netanyahu?
yeah, like that prime minister.
Oh, I don't know about
The
that.
prime
I'm
minister
not
of
sure.
Israel. I'm talking about the prime minister of Israel.
Yeah, Netanyahu.
Yeah, he just wants to keep things going, and and Trump wants what do you call it?
You're talking about Putin. Putin is the Russian president, not the
Yeah.
Israeli president.
No. I'm talking about
Putin.
yeah, Putin. Yes, Putin. Putin wants to keep everything going. That guy.
I think they attacked Kiev again. So
Yeah. See. And I think Putin. I think Putin Vladimir. Is that what his name is?
Vladimir Putin. Yeah.
Vladimir Putin. I think he ought to be executed. You know what I'm saying, for being war crimes. You know what I'm saying, because this guy. I thought he would. Actually give up right now. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, look, you know what? I'm gonna let them keep the land. I'm going to let them keep the land, and then I'm going to give this up. I'm going to, come to a peace treaty agreement, and and that's it. But Putin's
never happened.
Never happened. But
not with Russia. It didn't work with Russia.
Yeah.
So he tried. He tried, but it didn't work.
Putin's a war criminal. That's what he is. Okay, and I would not go to Russia. I would not go visit. Okay. not as long as Putin's a war criminal. You know what I'm saying? So he is, okay. And I'm saying this. I'm a Republican. And I'm saying this. You know what I'm saying? But I have no trouble calling Putin out. You know what I'm saying? He is. He's a war criminal, and and he needs to be in jail. Okay, because Trump wants peace. Trump wants to come to a peace treaty, sign a peace treaty. Stop all these things, but he's making Donald Trump look bad. He's making our president look bad. Okay, because he wants to keep these wars going. Trump don't want that. Okay. Vladimir Putin wants it. So I call Vladimir Putin. Yeah, he's
and nobody wants war, right, Dave? But I don't know what Russia is looking for. I don't know why he wants the Ukraine. Like, I don't know what's up with that. So,
well, he wants the Ukraine. He wants the land. That's what he wants. Okay, he wants the land. He wants.
Yeah, but for what? Like, but why?
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, but he wants the land. So
I don't know if it's the oil. I know they have oil. I don't know if he wants their oil. I have no idea.
Yeah.
With that, I'm not really paying attention to.
Well, I pay a lot of attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Because what Putin's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's a war criminal. That's what he is. I mean, people call Donald Trump a war criminal. Putin's a war criminal. People say Donald Trump slept with Putin. No, I don't think so. Is that true? It's not. You know what I'm saying? So people need to stop calling Trump a war criminal because Putin's a war criminal.
They have no reason to call President Trump a war criminal. He hasn't started a war. He's not involved in one. Although we're helping Israel, so
yeah,
which I don't agree with. So.
Well, I don't agree helping Israel. I think President Trump should back off of that. Back off of that. As much as people love Israel, back off of it. Back off. You know what I'm saying? Because we're running into a brick wall over there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's never been to our advantage. I mean, I don't know what they don't have any resources. I mean, why do we keep defending them? Why do we keep giving them military aid? Like, I don't understand.
Military money, guns, and all that stuff, AR-15s. Why are we doing that? Okay. Why are we giving billions of dollars out to Israel for? You know what I'm saying? I mean, are we using them for advantage? No, there's no reason for it. We should just back out of it. Okay. And let Israel let Israel fight and defend their own. You know what I'm saying? They got weapons. Let them go. They're rich. They can go buy billions of dollars worth of weapons and stuff. They don't need to, but they don't need us to give them military aid. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, this is that's what I was looking into. It's like, what is this with Israel? And it's because of the political movement that is Zionism.
Yeah.
That's what the evangelical churches push it quite a bit, and people, I think, are brainwashed into thinking that we have to support Israel because it says so in the Bible.
No, it doesn't say in the Bible we have to support Israel because
No,
I already
but that's
looked up
what
in the
they're
Bible.
being told. No, but that's what they're being told.
Yeah.
And so they believe that.
No.
And it's not the case. That is not true. So you have this political movement that they're using the Christians for. And we got to give them more money. Yeah, we have to stand by Israel. We have to defend them.
We don't.
We have to. It says so in the Bible. We'll be blessed if we do. No, I don't see how we are blessed.
I don't see how that is either. No,
by
you're right.
supporting Israel and giving them all this money. That how are we being blessed? Right? How?
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, I'm a Christian. I'm not blessed. I'm blessed by God. You know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed by God. I ain't blessed by Israel. You know what I'm saying?
No, but what my point is, right? My point is, though, that in the evangelical churches, they're being told this and people believe it.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is. And because people believe it, they're very much willing to give our taxpayer money. And they know this. Netanyahu knows this. The Israelis know this. And they keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. But now people are starting to ask questions, especially the Charlie Kirk crowd, the college kids. That crowd was questioning Israel. They're not supporting Israel like they did at one point.
No.
And you know what? That made Netanyahu very nervous.
Yeah.
It did. It made him
Netanyahu should step down from being.
He wrote a letter to Charlie Kirk and to try to get him to support Israel because Charlie Kirk used to support Israel, but he was changing his mind, and he had Zionist donors that were threatening his life. He said he was afraid of his life before September 10.
Yep. It's
And these people are ruthless. These Zionists are ruthless. They're horrible.
yeah, of course they are. Yeah, the Zionists. Yep, they are horrible. But hey, it doesn't say in the Bible you should support Israel, because I looked through the Bible myself and it doesn't say it. It doesn't say a thing about it.
No, but the church that you go to, as an example, Dave, do they say anything about Israel being the Holy Land and you have to support it? And if you do, you're going to be blessed. Do they say that? Do they preach?
I don't think my pastor did. But sometimes we have guests that go there that preaches a lot too, and they talk about Israel too as well. He talked. There was a guy, I forgot his name. He went to go visit Israel. Okay, he goes and visits Israel, and he goes and visits the rabbis over there. He goes and visits the churches over there. He talks about religion all over the country. So, I'll tell you,
What did he say about Israel? What did he say about Israel?
He says, "Oh, Israel is a nice place to go, and and Israel's great." But I don't think I ever heard him say.
About the political system there.
I never heard him say that Israel was in the Bible. I never heard him say that.
What? Israel was what?
Yes. I never heard him say that Israel was in Israel. I never heard him say that Israel was in the Bible. Never heard him say that.
Yeah, but that's what he's implying. He doesn't have to say it. He doesn't have to say it.
But Israel is not, but Israel is not, it's not in the Bible. It's not at all.
I know, but my point is it's they're taking the passages out of context, and your church does the same things. A lot of churches do that. They do that, and that's where they keep this mentality going. It is in the Christian churches. It's the Zionism. It's not Judaism that they're talking about. They're talking about Zionism. I think both of them should be independent. Yeah, but then right. Opus Party loses a majority. I don't know. He's ruthless. Netanyahu is ruthless.
Yeah, Netanyahu. Yeah, he is. And Netanyahu's ruthless. And I think like I said, Vladimir Putin. I think he's a walking.
No, not Vladimir Putin. No. Let's just stick with Israel. That's Russia.
Yeah.
That's Russia.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get everything going here. So
my point is that we have. I think people get Zionism and Judaism mixed up.
They do all the time. Everybody
Okay,
gets
so
mixed up. Yep.
because Zionism is not a religion. Zionism is a political movement.
Yes, it is.
Judaism is the religion, not Zionism.
Yeah.
Okay, the Zionists, Zionism. It is a political movement, and I think people need to make that that distinction, because I really think a lot of Christians, especially the evangelical ones, are
Mhm.
brainwashed by their pastors or preachers or whatever they are on the pulpit saying that Israel this, Israel that, making it sound like that they're this holy land, that they're the chosen people. And the people over there in Israel that settled there in Israel are not the real Jews. They are from Europe.
Yeah.
They're from Eastern Europe. They're Ukrainians, they're Russian, they're Polish.
Mm-hmm.
They do not come from Israel.
Yeah.
But the Palestinians do. They're the Semites. The Palestinians are the Semites. They have been there for a very, very long time. It's
Yes,
the
they
Jews,
have. Yeah.
it's the Jews that left. It's the Jews that were spread out. They were spread out.
Yep.
Okay, they didn't have land until 1948 when the United Nations said that they could have the land. And then they went, but they're not from Israel. They're
Mhm.
not Jewish. They're Europeans. They're
European, yes. Yep.
And this is another thing that it gets mixed up. I just pointed out because I think people need to be aware of when they're being brainwashed. And this is a great example
Jacob,
of being brainwashed by the evangelical church and preaching that Israel is the holy land. It's not. It's not a holy land.
No,
It's
it's
not a
not.
holy land.
I
Okay?
look at I'm 100% European, so I mean I should know. Okay, yeah, I'm 100% European.
If you read the Bible carefully, the scriptures never say that Jerusalem, is the place to be. It's whole. I mean, actually, Jesus condemned Jerusalem.
Yeah, I think I know that.
He did. He condemned Jerusalem. He did not say that Jerusalem was going to be this, that, and if you bless it, if you bless Israel or Jerusalem, you're going to get, a reward. No, that's not how it works.
No,
That's
people are
not how it
crazy.
works. God doesn't work like that. Okay,
No, he don't.
He doesn't work like that. He's not.
And this
about,
is why.
He's
This
not
is
about.
why. Go ahead.
No, I just said he's not about money. It's not. This has got nothing to do with money or land. It's got nothing to do with it.
No. But I mean, it's well, I mean, it's God, you know what I'm saying? And and people people get things mixed up. Okay. People think, okay, well, what is Judaism? Okay. What is what is a Christian? Okay. Do we
Well, a
support
Christian
Israel?
is somebody who you would think would believe in Christ.
Yes. Do we all right, do we support Israel? Some people support Israel, some people don't support Israel. Like now I used to support Israel, but now I don't support Israel after what you just told me.
Well,
what I'm saying?
my point is this. This is what I'm trying to point out, is to be careful with people that have authority. They are sheep in wolves' clothing. Okay, these people, this is a money-making machine.
Mhm.
Zionism, the political movement, is a money-making machine, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with God or Jesus. This has got nothing to do with religion. They've got you all duped. They got everybody duped into believing that Israel is the Holy Land, that the Jewish people are the chosen ones. You're brainwashed. People are brainwashed into thinking this.
I'm not.
And
I
what do
don't.
they do? Oh, here's your money. Oh, yeah, we got to save Israel. Oh, they got to have their own land. Oh, they're the chosen ones. You got to help them out. What are you going to do?
No.
I mean, this is crazy.
Israel, you don't have to help out. Israel should be standing alone. Israel and the Palestinians, they should be independent.
And they should be independent nations, but I don't,
yes.
I believe Israel is recognized as a state, like a, like its own state, but not Palestine though. Palestine is not. But most countries in the United Nations, when they had their meeting there, they want to recognize Palestine as their own state, but Israel does not like that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want the Palestinians to have their own state. They want to take it over. Israel wants to take over Palestine, and Palestine will not let them. So you got Hamas and all this, and you got the wars. This is the problem. It's the land that they're fighting over. They're fighting over this land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, both of them, both sides.
Yeah.
And this has been going on since 1948. Ever since the UN gave Israel their piece of land, the Palestinians were not happy campers.
Yeah.
And they haven't been since. So, but my thing is the money that we are giving to Israel. Not only are the churches doing it, the taxes are doing it as well on the federal level. As a matter of fact, Israel is still getting paid now as the government shut down. We're not getting paid, or the federal workers are not getting paid, but Israel is still getting our money.
Yep. Israel's always been getting our money.
Yeah, not only are they getting money on the federal level, they're making money on the churches. They're also getting money on the local level in a lot of places in Massachusetts and probably across the country, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So they're getting money from us everywhere. Everywhere. For what? Like, why? Yeah. Israel doesn't even have any resources. It's got nothing.
Nope, that is true too. Yeah.
We are supporting them. And I don't know what for.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why either. Yeah.
We should just make it the 51st state. Why don't we just make it the 51st state? I don't get it. We are funding Israel. Why aren't we there running the show?
We shouldn't be there running the show. I think Israel should be. Yeah.
You know what? But Netanyahu is over here running the show, though. He's running the show.
Mm-hmm.
He gets access to the White House. He gets access to the social media influencers and has meetings with them on how to push Zionism.
Mm-hmm.
You have to push pro-Israel. You know why? Because they want the money. They want to keep the money going.
Yep.
And that's all it is.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's all about the money. And it's us, and we're funding them.
Yep.
And you know what? President Trump needs to stop. They've all done it in the past.
Yep.
But I really think President Trump needs to break away from this guy. The UN granted Israel independence from the UK in 1948. The West Bank was occupied by Jordan from 48 to 67. Gaza was owned by Egypt from 48 to 67. This is just a mess.
This whole thing's a mess. Yeah.
He's better. He knows. I mean, this is nuts. Jordan, Egypt. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's
a mess.
The UK is involved in this quite a bit. Britain is very much involved in this. Yeah.
Britain has got to break out of it. Trump's just got to break away from them. I mean, and just let these people do. Let them be on that road.
We've been funneling money to them since 1948 for a total of over $300 billion. We have given them so far since 1948.
Well, we have to stop giving billions of dollars out to Israel, and
And this is all
military.
military, and it's practically all military aid. It's all, it's like, what are we doing? Why are we funding these wars? What the hell are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
James is listening. David,
Yeah,
your buddy's listening.
I know James listening. Yes,
Who?
my buddy James listening.
James, yeah. I don't understand it. And I was a big Israel supporter too.
I was too until
with all
I
those-
found out all this stuff going on.
with all the other administrations. I agreed with it. Yeah, we should be supporting Israel. Yeah, I thought the same thing.
I thought
and-
the same thing too.
But I'm sick of this. I'm sick of these wars in the Middle East. It's all you ever heard. The Gulf War with Bush, the terrorists, 9/11. Wars all the time. That's all I ever heard in the Middle East. And it's like, when does this ridiculousness stop?
Yeah,
Enough.
enough is enough.
Along by now, can you just go away? Go away. Go away. It's like, leave us alone. Go disperse like you're supposed to. And the Palestinian territories have been occupied by Israel. Okay, 1968. Even the UK, Canada, Australia, San Marino, Malta were recognized as a couple of weeks ago. Yes, that's what happened. I think over 150 countries want to make Palestine an independent state. But I don't think Israel, I don't think Netanyahu likes that. I don't think Netanyahu.
Netanyahu doesn't like much.
Yeah, he's definitely, to me, like a tyrant.
Yeah.
He's very authoritarian type. He wants what he wants it now. He got rid. Who was the president before Netanyahu? What was it? They. You know what? You know who? They said Netanyahu. Did him in so that he could get into power, because his the predecessor that was running Israel wanted to make Palestine an independent state. He wanted to do that, and then they killed him. And they killed him for it.
Yeah, because he thought he was a terrorist.
And then Netanyahu came in, and that's when he came in.
Well, and they thought the other president. Yeah, what was his name again?
Netanyahu?
No, the other one. You said that the other one.
The predecessor? I forget what his name is. Jeez.
David, I want to say it says in German. Tell me what it means.
Well, they killed him because they thought that he was a terrorist. You know what I'm saying?
No. I don't think so. He wanted to make Palestine an independent state, like a state. He wanted them to be recognized as a country, their own country.
Yeah.
But Netanyahu doesn't want to have anything to do with that. Nope, because Netanyahu wants to keep That's right. Rabin, thank you. Yitzhak Rabin, yes, was the one who was killed. I don't think Rabin wanted but he wanted peace. Yeah, I thought he wanted them to be independent. I'm not sure, but that's what I thought. I heard that. Maybe I'm wrong, but because of that, they got rid of him.
Yeah.
Coffee's very good. I can't drink just one glass of coffee.
And then you got this nut job, Netanyahu, who is coming over to the United States. He's already been here multiple times. I think he's been the most of a foreign leader to come into Washington, and he wants to make sure that we are still going to be giving him money. That's all he's there for. That is all he is there for, is to make sure that Americans still support Israel so that our dollars go to him. To them. That's all he cares about. There's nothing else. He wants our military aid. He's got probably secrets. They're in the Pentagon. This is insane. It should be the other way around. We're the ones that are giving them the money. Why aren't we over there in their government, and why are they here? Why are they telling us what to do with the
Well,
foreign policy and everything else? Like, what is this? This is crazy. You know, they
it
call
is.
you,
Yeah.
instead of calling it the United States of America, people call the United States of Israel.
United States of Israel.
Yeah, that's what people call this
That's
country.
fucking crazy, man. United States of Israel. Why would you call
Yeah,
this the
well,
United
I
States
mean,
of Israel?
look at all the influence that they have, David. It's APAC and Congress, President Trump and all the other presidents as well, the churches, the federal money. I mean, look at how much money they're getting.
Yeah, it's a lot. Probably
And
billions,
you know,
trillions.
yeah, and the tourism that you were talking about, the guy who came and he did promote autonomy of pounds, I think independence. Yeah, yep, yeah.
With the Palestinians. And
Well, they were blaming Netanyahu for killing Rabin. Of course, they're going to deny it. They always deny everything.
yeah,
But
big deniers.
yeah, they don't want to see. They don't want to have peace with them, and I don't know why. I think they really do want to take over.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a ceasefire, and they're agreeing to this, but I really don't know how long this is going to last. I just don't trust Netanyahu. I just don't trust.
I
him.
don't trust him as far. I don't trust him as far. I wouldn't even trust him to the store with $5.
Yeah, I don't trust him at all. And
No.
I don't like that he has access to the White House, that he can just go in and out in the
of course.
Pentagon. And
Yeah.
why? Why does Israel have all this access to us? For what? For we're the ones that are funding them to no end. Why aren't we in their government? Why aren't we in their government? We're the ones that are giving them the money. We're the ones that should be over there seeing what they're doing with it, not them coming here to see what we're doing. I mean, come on, people. I mean, this enough is enough with this nonsense with Israel. I mean, you know, and the churches too, they got to stop. People need to be aware that Zionism has got nothing to do with Christianity. It's not the same thing. Zionism is a political movement. It's got nothing to do with religion. Don't get them confused. Break away from the brainwashing from the churches, especially evangelical ones. Think about what they're telling you, and do not believe everything these people tell you. Don't believe.
Well, the Baptist Church, my church, the Baptist Church, Pastor Don, you know, I mean, he doesn't. I mean, you know, he doesn't really talk about. He doesn't talk about Israel. So he doesn't talk about Israel. He doesn't talk about hello.
Yeah, I was just reading the comments. Netanyahu wants to annex the West Bank. Oh, yeah, that's right. President Trump doesn't want him to annex. So I don't know what that means. What does he mean by annexing it? Like what? I don't. If Netanyahu wants it, I don't know how good that is. And then President Trump doesn't want it. I don't know what that means.
Annexing. I'm going to find out what it is right now.
Yeah.
What?
Annex definition. Let me see what this means. Append or add as an extra or subordinate part, especially to a document. Oh, well, that explains it. That's why he wants it.
Oh, yeah. I got the same thing. Annex is something that you add into a main building. But example for what school building, and annex is for the new science lab. It can also mean the addition of.
So it's to Dave. It's to add the land to Israel to make it bigger, so that they control the territory, and that's what I said. That's what Netanyahu is about. Netanyahu is a dictator.
Right in the chat.
He's a dictator. That's
Yeah.
why President Trump said no. And I don't know why he said no, but
But
Netanyahu wanting to annex Palestine can't be good.
no.
And that's the reason why he would control the land and he would tell them what to do. This is what he wants.
They should just leave the Palestinians alone. You know what I'm saying? Israel
he
should
wants
just leave
to
them
fully
alone.
take it over. Right.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I mean, hey, I
Right.
mean, the Palestinians, they have a right to live too, as like everybody else. You know,
Well,
they
they've
should
been
just
there. They've
show
been there
them.
longer than the Jewish people. They're not even Jewish people.
Yeah.
The Palestinians have been there on that land for much longer than the Israelis have. I'm not going to call them Jewish. Let's just call them Israelis, okay?
No, so I'm gonna say that the Palestinians don't have anything to do with Hamas. Okay, they don't, because some of them are Palestinians, some of them are Christians over there. We have some Christians over there in Palestine. So I mean, and people saying, oh, they have something to do with Hamas. They don't have anything or fucking shit the hell with the do with Hamas.
Well, I mean, maybe regular people don't, but they do. But they do have. They are like part of the government. They have. They're brutal. I mean, Hamas is brutal, and I don't know if that's their army. I don't know how. I don't know if Palestine is poor. I mean, I don't think the United States gives Palestine any money. I think it all goes to Israel. I don't think that Palestine.
I mean,
assistance from the United States, money.
Let me tell you something, okay? I think about this all the time, okay? Okay,
Yeah.
so why are we picking on the Palestinians, okay? When it's all Hamas is doing, okay? So why are we picking on them?
No.
But no, I'm just saying, why is they picking on the Palestinians? Well, because it's Hamas is doing, okay?
No, Hamas is not picking on. No, Hamas is they're Palestinians, Dave.
Yeah, the Palestinians. Why is Israel picking on the Palestinians? Okay.
We just said it, Dave, because they want to control them. They want to take over
shouldn't
the
be.
land.
Did I just say that? I must be half asleep.
Right. Well, like James said too, they want to annex. Netanyahu wants to annex the West Bank, Gaza, and that is make it part of Israel. That means Netanyahu would control it. That he would tell them what to do. And President Trump said, "No, I won't. I will not let him do that."
Well, Netanyahu, he's a war criminal. He needs to be. He needs to be. Yeah.
I really think he's a psychopath. That guy's a psychopath.
War Hill. He's a war criminal and a psychopath. People call Trump a war criminal. This dude is a war criminal.
He's a psycho and
psychopath.
He's a psychopath. He's just all about Israel, me, Israel, me, Israel. It's all about Israel. It's nobody else but Israel. That nobody else exists but Israel, because that's what they want. The Palestinians have been living in that, them and
thousands of years.
Yes, half of it. Yeah, not all. No, they're not. Half of Israelis are ethnic Jews. Half.
Yeah, half.
No, I don't know.
I agree with that. Half.
Well, I would say there has to be some, I guess, ethnic Jews, but I think most of them are European. Netanyahu is a good example of that. That is not his real name. He has a Polish last name, and he changed it to a Hebrew name, so he sounds like he comes from Israel, but he doesn't. And I believe from the videos that I've been listening to, most of the people in Israel do not come from that land. They are Europeans.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't know if it's half. I think that sounds like a little bit much unless it's changed.
Yes.
But Netanyahu is not a real Jew.
Yeah.
He's not.
No.
I think most of them aren't.
Yeah.
Netanyahu, like I said, has changed his Polish last name to a Hebrew one, and numerous people have done that so that they sound Hebrew, so that they sound like, and the people think that they're Jewish and that they come from Israel, that their ancestors were there before, and they're not, and they're not.
Yeah.
And they're not. And I'm learning this too, and I'm learning it too.
I'm learning it too as well. So I'm learning it too as well.
You know, this facade that they're putting up, like Netanyahu and all the rest of them, to make people think that they're really Jewish because they're like, oh, he's really Jewish. He needs our help. Oh, you know, he's Israeli. He's the God's chosen people. He's part of that, and we have to help them out. We're going to be blessed if we give to Israel because the Bible says so. It's like, oh my God, what?
Yeah.
No, that's true. That is true.
right. No, I agree.
I've heard it quite a few times on the televangelists. They talk like that about Israel. That's how they talk about Israel. And that is Zionism, by the way. It's Zionism. So you know what people give? Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. Here you go. Here's the money, and they keep all the money. It doesn't go to Israel. Our tax dollars go to Israel.
Yeah.
But they're fine.
We don't need no more tax dollars going to Israel. We have to stop that.
But people are okay with that because they're brainwashed.
Yeah, I'm not okay with it.
That we have to do this because it says so in the Bible.
Yeah. It doesn't say anything in the Bible like that. I read the Bible. I read my King James. King James Bible. It doesn't say anything that we have to give money, trillions of dollars to Israel. It doesn't say that. So yeah. But
it doesn't even come close. It doesn't even come close. It's got nothing to do with money and the land, and it's got everything to do with spirituality. That's what it's about. It's not about money, and it's not about the land.
It's about spirituality.
If you go to some of those passages in the Bible, Jesus actually cursed Jerusalem. He cursed Jerusalem. He cursed before Jesus came on earth. It was, you gotta go to the new land. There's Exodus, Moses. I will bless, God told him, I'm going to bless this land. You're going to be in the desert, but I'll make sure that you're taken care of. Don't worry about it. We'll give you the food, the water. That's what he did before Christ came down to earth. When Christ came down, everything
and took over. Yeah.
It wasn't the same. He cursed Jerusalem because Jerusalem is where the prophets were killed.
Yeah.
Okay. These were God's people. These were God's people. God chose these men to go to this area to proclaim that there is going to be a savior. There's going to be someone who's going to save you from your sins. And the Jews to this day do not believe that. They don't believe that Christ is the Son of God. They don't believe it. Fun fact, most of the Jews there are Mizrahi Jews, meaning that those came from the Middle East. Netanyahu is an ethnic Jew. I believe his mom, Ashkenazi, not a supporter of him. He's not an ethnic Jew. No. Go do some more research on that. But yeah, not every Israeli in Israel. And no, they're not. And neither is Netanyahu. And go look some more. He's not. His family does not come from Israel.
Yeah.
He changed his last name. He had a Polish last name. Go look it up. You'll see it. You'll find the last name that he had, and he changed it to make it sound like he's Hebrew and a Jew. He's not. He's not
Yep.
from land. He's not. So, and most of them, I believe that's what I heard, that most of them are not
Yeah.
from Israel. They're not the real Jews. I'm sure that there are real Jews that did not leave that land when a lot of them dispersed. A lot of them stayed, like the Druze, I think they're called. I
Yeah.
think that they're still there. Those people are the ethnic ones. They're the ones that stayed there. Yeah, that's different. But yeah, no, they're not. Mm-mm-mm. No, they're European. They're European. So anyway,
Okay.
what was
I have to work tomorrow. It's already 9:22. It's been a long day for me. I came on Friday. I came on today because I couldn't come on yesterday because of my eyes were ready to close. But so I have to work tomorrow. So if you got anything more,
All right.
let's
That was a
finish
good
it.
conversation. That's a good
Yes.
conversation to have. It's good to, get these things out in the open, and don't be hoodwinked into Zionism and that you have to give Israel money, because that's what our government is doing. Congress is doing the same thing. They're getting paid off by AIPAC, which is directly tied to Israel. They are everywhere. And somebody said he saw Ted Cruz come into Congress with a Giorgio Armani suit. He said that's a $3,000 suit.
Yep.
That's the money that they're getting paid off by
Yeah.
AIPAC.
Mhm.
Okay, and whatever Israel needs, I'm gonna do. I saw a video about Ted Cruz. I think I might talk about that tomorrow and what they're saying about what a Zionist he is. It's
Yeah.
really incredible. He doesn't know what the Bible says about it. He knows nothing. The only thing he cares about, in my opinion, is that he's getting paid off. That's it.
Yep.
he's getting money like
Yep.
everybody else is practically in there. Okay.
Yep. Well, I have to go spend some time with my family. Well, I have to go to work tomorrow. So,
All right.
So,
There's fun.
but it was fun. It was fun that we had Boomer on today. Boomer did a good job.
Yes,
being
except
on
for
today,
Thomas
so,
Massey.
yes.
Sorry, Dave. Yes, except for
Yes,
Tom
so-
Massey. Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yep, exactly.
Mhm.
So
I think Marjorie Taylor Greene too, and maybe Ryan Paul. Is it Paul Ryan? Maybe he's another one. There are a few. I think there are a few.
all right, so we will go back. We'll go back to Thursday, because
Wednesday, Thursday.
we're gonna go back to Thursday because I missed Thursday, so that's why I did Friday tonight. So all right, so we're gonna go back to Thursday, and we'll talk a little more about Israel. We'll talk a little bit more about.
That's exactly what Ted
yeah.
Cruz said. That is exactly
Yeah.
what he said. Yes. Yep.
Yep.
It's Israel first. In other words, it's Israel first.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like. Israel, not America. It's Israel. It's ridiculous because he's getting paid off. That's because he's getting paid off by AIPAC. Go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
All right. So, we'll finish this tomorrow. We'll finish this on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we'll talk a little bit more about this.
Yeah, I'll talk about it tomorrow on my lives.
Yeah.
I'm trying out the StreamYard that you have, so I'm trying to get familiar with it. And then I might do Facebook too. I don't know.
Yeah, you need a condenser and a microphone for that. So,
oh gosh.
Yeah, so you got to buy one.
I hate my computer. I don't like it. It never works with anything. I think I might have to get a new one if I want to. But the stuff that you're talking about. Well, what computer do you have?
Well, I have a desktop. So
I know. What's the brand?
The brand on this thing, it's an HP.
Okay. Yeah. See, I don't have that. Okay.
So if you get an HP, okay. If you get an HP, get a condenser, get a microphones, okay, set it all up, and believe it or not, it works. I'm telling you, it works.
Yeah, but my computer though, my desktop is terrible. I don't know what fit. It just doesn't work. Configure
Yeah.
with anything. I hate it. I hate it. All right,
So,
all right. I'll let you go, Dave, and
yeah.
we'll talk again a
Wednesday.
little bit more about this
Yeah.
Zionism and how people are hoodwinked. The
Yeah.
American people are hoodwinked on this. I
Yeah.
don't know about Congress and our government, but the
Yeah.
people definitely are for sure.
Mhm.
For sure. All right. I'll talk to you later, David.
Okay,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
James, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering the questions, and I appreciate that always. And let me see
Your
what's
input.
all your inputs are are valid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody's inputs are anybody comes on, puts in inputs. That's okay. We'll read it. And we'll tell you if it's right or wrong. So thank you, James, for coming on. Thank you, everybody else. Linda Mead, my wife. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for showing that.
And
Taylor
Boomer
Perry.
too.
Boomer, thank you for coming on. Yeah, Boomer Amro.
Vote for
Amro.
Boomer November 4th. Get out and vote.
Yeah, get out and vote for Boomer Amro for mayor of the city of Fall River. He'll be our next mayor. Hopefully, we'll see what's going to happen. But also get out there and pay. He's got tickets, $40. Charmaine, he's going to have a band over there, DJ. Guys, going to have a good night over there on October 17th from 7 to 10 at the Liberal Club. So get out there and go enjoy yourself and go talk to mayoral candidate Boomer Amaral. He's the guy that's running against the incumbent Mayor Paul Coogan. I want to say the corruption incumbent Mayor Paul Coogan. So that's what I want to say.
That's what it is. They all are. The incumbents.
And get out there, vote for Ricky Tiff for for city council. Vote for Colin Dyer School Committee and Kevin Aguirre also for school committee, and Chris Peckham too for city council as well. So take care, everybody. Have a great night, and I'll see you on Wednesday. We're gonna go back to I'll see you on Wednesday at 6:30, but we're gonna go back to Thursday. So because I didn't do a Thursday show. So take care, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Dave. Talk to you later.
Yep.
See you next week.
Adios.
Bye.
Yeah.
Adios.
Thank God this show is over. Anyways, all the stuff that we had talked about, today, between Boomer Amaral, that's run for mayor of City of Fall River. We talked about Israel, how Israel, we shouldn't be, supporting Israel. We shouldn't. We should. I think we should back away from Israel and let Israel fend for themselves. So, I mean, that's my option. That's my opinion. I think the Palestinians, I think they deserve their land. Okay, some of them are Christians over there, but they don't have anything to do with Hamas. They don't. I mean, these are families that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? But the Prime Minister of Israel, my option with that, I think he is a war criminal. I think he is. Okay. Because if he wanted to stop, then he would have stopped a long time ago and listened to President Donald Trump. But guess what? He's not doing it. So, but now he's beginning becoming evil. Now he's becoming a war criminal. So, but anyways, get out there. Boomer Emerald. He's going to be. He might post it. I think he'll post it, but he's going to have a sign holding tomorrow from 12 to 2. Get out there, and help him out. Grab a sticker, put it on your car. Get out there, ask him questions. He's not shy. He will talk to you. Okay. But he did a good job today on Spindle Straight Talk and answering the questions and stuff with Chip and CJ. But take care, everybody. Have a great night. That's my introduction for today. My name is Dave Mead. I'm the co-owner of Fall River Media News, and we will be on again Wednesday at 6:30 and Thursday at 6:32 and all. So take care, everybody. Have a great night. And love you guys, and thank you all for watching my show. Have a good day.